the host.
Well,
I mean,
I nominate Troy.
welcome back to my
Welcome back
today
to another
I have a
exciting
big
episode of
surprise for
DD2.
he's doing it, Sean. God, stop talking over him. He wanted this, and he's doing it. And you're like, no. Step aside.
All right, I'll
Mr.
shut up.
Mr. DM,
Go ahead.
you are not our host
Bulldozing.
today.
This is what happens when I'm at full attention in D&D. You know, when he has to clean and do other things. Sorry. Now it's me. Go on, David.
All right, restart the stream.
All right, and action.
Oh goodness. Oh,
Welcome back. Come on.
welcome back, everyone.
Yes. He's doing it,
so-
guys.
Welcome back to D&D Teal, where we continue our quest towards probably a lich.
No spoilers.
Yeah, no spoilers. Last time on D&D Teal, the party was split, leading to a terrible cliffhanger, and by cliffhanger I mean stone door crusher.
Oh yeah, that was me.
You managed somehow to both defeat Ro and escape, down 2 party members.
It was close.
And as Vorgaz emerges from the darkness on top of the tomb, everyone sees him glistening. And you see this beautiful, shining, glinting ring sticking out from underneath his robes. A ring that he's not even wearing. Can you imagine not wearing a ring that beautiful? Everyone make a wisdom save.
You can see it coming out of my pack.
Oh, they can see nothing but it.
The fuck?
Their eyes are drawn
Whatever
towards
this is. Okay.
Wisdom save or check.
When you mentioned I was glistening, I thought you were alluding to the fact that I just ate Ro. And I'm covered in gore.
Therefore, your skin is fantastic. He's got a nice shiny coat.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Vasilia
Damn
not
it.
doing so hot.
I shouldn't have asked about the wisdom saver check.
So, Vasilia,
Check
a higher
confused. Yeah, damn it.
it looks like the most beautiful ring you have ever seen. And
I mean, I've seen some good rings.
You want it. You want it very badly.
Like my precious.
Not quite my precious level of badly, but you're getting there.
Okay.
You look down at your feet and you notice that you don't have a shadow. And that ring feels like the only thing that could fill the void for a man who doesn't have a shadow.
I didn't realize I needed it so badly. I obviously want that ring. Huh. I mean, I could certainly make do with that ring if I didn't have a shadow. That would make me happy.
Mhm.
Okay. I stare lustfully at the ring. Am I compelled to action?
Not yet, you're not. But you can, you want it. If you wanted to discuss how to distribute the loot, I think that might be a good idea at this time, seeing as you're now in safety.
It's fair. Vergas. Are you all right? You look wounded there, my friend. Do you want me to alleviate any of the load as I come to help you?
The load. I'm literally just carrying an additional spear. I'm like, no, I'm good. Just rest. I need.
Indeed. The loot you found in that cave. That ring there. Do tell me about it. I gesture towards the ring. That's
You
obviously
feel that
all
it
I'm
was-
staring at.
You feel that it is inherently unfair and greedy of him to have grabbed both a spear and a ring, while you are the one who did all of the fighting, defeating Brocilio, and you come out of this not only without anything, but also without a shadow.
Vargas, my friend. I do believe that you should share the spoils after that glorious battle. I was indeed a prominent member in it.
At that, I belch loudly and I say, "You should have spoken up earlier. I have already consumed the spoils."
I
I did
laugh.
not realize that you had a taste for. I underestimated you.
I
Soft
do like
one.
a theatrical laugh where I like grab my belly. I'm like, ha ha ha! Oh no. I do, in fact, mean that shiny ring you have on your belt. I do believe it would fit nicely in my attire. May I? I kind of like reach for it.
Oh, I just dumped the patch on the ground, like, oh, this metal. I don't know what it is, and I just like turn and leave after dropping it on the ground.
Good. I
So
leer up at you quickly as I grab it, but you don't notice. And then I
as
take
he
the ring.
drops it on the ground, can I get a wisdom save from you, Troy? You get advantage on it.
Okay. I don't know why she had such a useless trinket.
Nor do I, but I'm glad she did.
Yeah, you completely ignore it as you walk away.
Excellent.
I scoop it up.
Okay. Do you put it on your finger?
I mean, obviously.
Okay.
Na. Goes on my finger.
Which hand do you put it on?
Oh, well, I was picturing it on my right, so obviously that.
So as you put it on your right hand, you notice your left hand is quivering, wanting the ring.
Oh, Well, I've never been one to favor one hand over the other. I switch.
And now your right hand is quivering, wanting the ring. And you will
Interesting.
be fidgeting and switching every 10 or so minutes.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Huh. Okay.
So would you like to tell the rest of the group what happened down in the tomb?
No. I'm pretty preoccupied now.
I meant like you collectively, listen the three of you.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure Ottoman and I could talk about it. We gesture back and like, we've saved this loud one. The tomb is clear. And Ro is dead. Gonna plant
Dead as
my
you can
spear
be.
into the ground.
So you plant your spear right into the ground?
I just like to rest on it.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you meant leaving it there.
No.
He plants it to become a spear tree.
I do have two. I might as well.
That's how lizard spears work.
It's all natural. I guess
You
it's
guys
just
did
Ren
keep
and
it
Alfonso
earlier.
who didn't go in there with us, so it's
That's
you
right.
guys were telling this.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really care. Congratulations, you killed the nasty lizard folk. She was one of the converted undead as well, was she not? Or am I mixing that up?
I thought she was, but she was not.
Oh,
She was quite alive.
I see. Is Vorgaz like upset about this whole deal then?
Not upset at all, just confused.
I see.
I don't
Well-
understand why she did this.
Well, perhaps we can find some answers for you somewhere down the road.
Yes. She claimed to conspire with the rotting ones.
Mm-hmm. Just out of curiosity, does Alfonso see Basilio acting weird at all with this ring business?
Just a little bit fidgety, but he's always been fairly fidgety.
Okay, so I wouldn't think anything
You
special of it.
you probably would have seen me make a big show of dumping the ring on the ground without a care.
Oh, okay. I thought that was like down in the tomb that happened.
Oh, that's once we're outside in the light, walking over to you guys.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was a
right.
recap,
Yeah, right.
and then it fell into game.
Right. Okay, that's what the wisdom save was. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
But
So
is my guy like fidgeting so much that like my quivering hand is like useless, or is it just like twitchy?
No, it's just when you're not doing anything, you think to move. You move it outside of your thought. It's more so that your left hand is moving without you thinking about it than it is that you're actively fidgeting.
Oh, I mean, okay. So the hand with the ring is like the thing.
The hand without the ring is moving to grab the ring and then put it onto itself.
Oh, okay. Huh. Gotcha. All right, so I'm still trying to figure this out then, I guess. That's weird. Then, yeah, sorry, go on.
right.
Just
But yeah,
wanted to know
if
how I was
I
reacting.
don't really perceive what he's doing as kind of like weird for him to do, then I won't say anything. That's fine. Just Vasilio being Vasilio. All right.
Yes. Well, there's certainly. Are all you soft ones so greedy and worried about materials?
Not terribly worried in that sense, but I do have some experience with objects within the party that perhaps are not ideal to be carrying around. Bricks and other sorts of items to bring terrible misfortune upon those and those
Mostly
around
bricks.
me.
Yes.
Mostly bricks.
All I need are my weapons. And barely that.
Sometimes just my teeth.
Yes. This is the
So-
luxury that I carry.
Well, seems like things went about as well as they possibly could have, but you guys do look rather, shall I say, tired and worn out. Do you need somewhere to sit down for a little while?
Yes. We should not go on. I'll make sure the area is safe. And at that, I'm gonna start scouting the perimeter to see if there's any more rotting ones in the neighboring houses or what have you.
As Vorgaz goes to kind of walk out, I'll tell my little whelp buddy to kind of fly a perimeter circle around this courtyard, because I assume that's probably where we're going to want to stay for the night, or however long we'll be here.
Aye. Do you want me to roll anything for scouting?
As you are scouting, let me think. Just give me a regular perception.
Okay.
David, I sent you a message.
You notice that it's not the safest area. It still looks like there might be some undead around, but it looks like you've cleared out everything nearby.
Okay. So, but and this courtyard has like a very clear like entrance, like being where we came from through the windows.
Yes, very clear entrance, very clear exits, being none.
Okay. At that, I will return and being like, we are not alone, but we are secure. As long as we watch the entrance, we should be able to sleep.
Well, Ottoman's pretty tired, so he's gonna snuggle up with Nigel.
Still here, eh? That's cool.
Yeah.
Nigel's gonna spin around a couple times like a dog, and then fall asleep.
Nice.
I'm going to gonna fit myself into the corner. Just drop.
So approximately what time of day is it right now?
When
question.
you got here, it was around, I want to say 2 p.m. because you woke up fleeing from the army. So I'd say by now it's at around 6 p.m. 4 to 6, depending on how long you took to go through the tomb. Let's say 4 p.m.
Ah, I see. Not a great time for sleep, but gotta take a breather.
Yeah, all right, that's fine. We should still have some sort of watch order set up. I don't know if we're planning on just making it a short rest or a long rest. Probably a long rest would be a good idea.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, we're all
Oh,
pretty
shoot.
spent on resources. Well, three of us are at
Sorry,
least.
getting a
Now
work
speak for
call.
yourself, lizard man.
Okay.
Facilio is always ready for action. I'm like kind of distracted at the moment though. Hmm.
Hello? Yes. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear
I
me?
think you should
Hello,
temper
can you hear me?
that confidence with some caution. You are merely a soft skin.
Nah, caution.
Yeah.
I believe I've heard the word before. Didn't care for it. I just smile as I look back at my ring. I'm asking David what my mental state is with this ring, so I'm not sure exactly how to act yet.
Fair
But
enough.
I guess we gotta pause anyways.
Sound like David's getting a call from work.
That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking. That
Yeah,
sounds like
I
a
think
work call.
they'll put up a
Yeah.
Put the professional voice on.
like, yeah, out of order or something like that.
He doesn't use that with us.
Nope. I'm the boss here. Listen to me. Oh, all right then. It's your authority. Where's this David been?
Renee,
He's hiding behind
So
Fun David.
you seen
tried to use the washroom though,
Ro
so
before we arrived
Ro is the
in
other
the crate.
monk lizard man.
Ah,
Brother
shit.
lizard.
My comms just died. Be right back.
Yeah. The like female lizard thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
And I don't know. I saw her. Yeah, we saw her in the house above the ground, and then we saw
Sorry,
her in the
guys.
tomb. I'm gonna snatch a drink so you guys go about. What are you doing? I'm still here.
Damn it.
Well, I'm long resting, so
Sorry, we're all long resting. Is that what we said?
I think that's the consensus. My guy's not doing much input at the moment.
And we're long resting in the
In the courtyard.
courtyard. Okay.
Why don't we go in the building?
Can I get a D100 from Clayton, please?
No.
I like where this is going. D100.
That sounds
The first.
promising.
Oh, I should have asked who watchers first. I'm sorry. The first
Sounds like anything can happen.
the first 2 hours were uneventful. Who would like to take the second watch?
Oh, that sounds like a job for Vasilio the Great.
And so, Basilio the Great, you notice a sound coming from a nearby house.
Oh. Can I distinguish the sound further with like maybe an excellent perception?
You can try to.
Yeah, okay, let's try that. And you know what else? Pretty sure I have guidance. Don't know if I've ever needed it. So let's just double check. Do I have that phone? No, obviously. I didn't even need it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so you hear what sounds like claws scratching at a door
Which way?
to the northeast. Oh, damn it. Cancel instead of save.
Nice.
Well, I guess at that, I'm going to tap Ren and Vergas and Ottoman and everyone and have them look at that area.
Ottoman rolls over. He doesn't want to wake up.
That's fair. I don't know if it's
Heavy
anything yet.
What do you see?
I don't know. I hear something. Could be something, could be nothing.
We are surrounded by rotting ones.
Indeed. And there's some sort of scratching noise at the door there. Bear with me. I like
This house over
No
here.
offense to bears.
Nope.
So through the sorry, over here is where you hear it.
Okay.
Risky.
I'm gonna creep up to this
Breathe.
window and peek through.
You see a locked door, or I should say a shut door. You don't
Here?
know if it is locked or not right there. Yeah. Hey, why in
pretty
the
sure it's
world
locked.
is going on with the computer?
Me too.
Why
That
are
looks
you
locked to me.
trying?
Got some precog sense about this kind of stuff.
From here across the room, looks pretty
Yep.
locked.
Yep. I don't know where I'm
Can't say
getting
for
this.
sure.
Yep. Well, I can. Don't know why.
I'm gonna
Uh,
climb up to the roof.
We'll go that way, boys.
Okay.
Okay.
So
well,
the
I'm
roof
still peering at
is
this.
this is a, if I recall correctly, we had said this was a fairly tall building. So the roof is 20 feet tall, so it'll take you.
His entire movement, it's double movement, right?
Yeah, so I'll say it'll take you around 20 seconds to climb up to the top of the roof.
Okay.
In that time, I draw my bow and I put an arrow in it.
Okay. While you're on top of the roof, as you look out, you notice that a fog has settled along the entire hamlet, as it is getting darker.
Well, that's fine. I can't see anyways.
What do you see up there, Varagon?
I smell. I can only smell.
Oh, I use my message cantrip to ask you if you see anything.
Okay, is everything lined up again? My mouse is. Oh, thank God.
Lined
So
up.
It is on our end.
annoying.
Is it glitching out
yeah.
for you?
Roll 20 glitched out where everything got shifted by like 5 feet to the left, like
Oh, nice.
one grid to the left. It was very annoying.
Yeah, no, you're good on our end.
Sorry.
All good.
These two lines here, were supposed to be where the big line is. It was driving me bananas. Okay, good. So yeah, from your position on top of the roof, it smells nice.
Nice.
Excellent.
Yeah, you get this nice, just like smell of clean air that you haven't had in a while. You're no longer near the smell of the ghasts. So it is relieving to get out of that scent.
Oh. Well, that's nice. Maybe I should have slept on the roof.
I don't want to comment one way or the other.
So I'll hiss back through the message cantrip. And you're like, nothing.
Does my whelp doesn't see anything kind of flying around up there, does he?
No, he doesn't see anything on top of the roof.
Useless. All right. Well, I mean, I'm just standing here by the window looking in with the rest of these idiots. So
Okay.
whatever happens, happens. At least I'm healthy.
Well, I make the assumption that you brought your horse over here eventually, so I should move the horse instead of just letting him sit there to probably die. So, would you like to make a move towards the door that has the finger slowly scratching against it?
If it's just scratching at the door, I don't know what the problem is. Just let it scratch and continue your rest.
Yes, we expected this. Just keep watching it.
Indeed. The great Vasilio has it underhand. I prime my bow a little bit more. Right, Alfonso? Just like drawing the arrow in the bow.
Okay. Then would we like to return to resting?
Yep, I'll stay on the roof.
Okay. So Basilio, you continue your watch, staring at the door, hearing the odd scratch, 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 and the very rare moan.
All right.
But otherwise, it is uneventful.
I like tap my finger like on my bow like ever so slightly to like add a rhythm to the moans and scratches as best I can.
Beautiful.
So I was in the middle of writing the description to this. Let me just pop it back out so I can edit it and make a description.
Okay.
What else? Sorry, who would you like to wake up now that your watch is over?
Oh. Well, I guess I lost track of time watching the door. I like shake it off the sleep that's like building in my awake eyes. And am I still here?
Yep.
Okay. My phone closed, so I assumed I was the one who dropped. Oh, Ashton arrived. That's cool.
Yeah.
Uh,
Better
Yay!
late than never, right?
Hello.
I guess I wake him for his watch now. I kicked the little one. Hey,
He's been
you haven't
sleeping this
moved
whole
much
time.
lately. Are you okay?
What's going on?
We're sleeping.
Yeah.
We are resting, and it's your turn to watch.
I will watch.
Indeed. There's some sort of noise coming from this door. Troy's sitting on the roof, and I was watching through this window. I woke everybody up to tell them that, and then I watched the door. And then 2 hours passed, and nothing happened. So now it's your turn.
Oh my god.
We can just keep resting, hopefully. Just
Okay.
be vigilant.
Here.
I'm
Just
gonna
play
sit
cool.
in this corner.
In that corner.
Yeah,
Looks like a good corner.
I think so too.
Where were you watching from?
These green things above you are windows,
Oh, so you're just
and this is a
Looking out.
building.
We
We're
smashed
in a
through all of
courtyard,
them.
and we were looking into it at this door inside the building
why are we looking at that door?
because that's where the noise came from. Because I got really good perception.
Oh,
So instead of
shit.
going over there and dealing with it, we just sat and waited because we got 4 hours left before we're all healed.
Yeah,
Yes,
I did a
I
perimeter
will-
before sleeping, and there's zombies all over the place. We're just protected
also
right now.
watch from this window here.
Yep. Just tucking our balls in here and trying to rest right in the enemy's clutches. Is what it is. Oh, that goes. Oh, Ren. Keep watch. Don't transform. God.
No ghost sounds. No ghost sounds.
But yeah, if we start a fight, we all lose our rest. So
Okay.
do
Don't
what you
start a
can
fight.
not to.
Yep. I will just sit and watch. Too tired to make goat sounds.
Perfect. Did my part.
Okay, so there we go. Ren, it is your watch. Can you give me a
Yes.
D100?
D100. Oh man. That in here? Oh hot damn.
Okay. Aside from the scratches at this locked door, you have an uneventful watch.
Good.
Who would you
Good,
like
good,
to
good.
wake up for the last watch of the night?
Who's been woken up already?
Alfonso and I went before you.
Dr. Ottoman and Voragaz have not been woken up yet.
Okay. We'll awaken the doctor.
Good
Mr.
job.
Doctor.
The doctor is grumpy and rolls over and
Yeah.
continues sleeping.
He didn't even wake up from the scratching. And he's an elf.
Okay.
Very, very hurt.
The best part of this to me is that he's an elf who doesn't need to sleep to have a long rest. He's just choosing
Doing
to.
it anyway.
I would like to crouch down and whisper a little goat noise in his ear.
How loud is this goat noise?
I ship it.
Not very loud, like 2 out of 10.
A 2 out of 10 does not rouse Dr. Ottoman from his sleep.
Darn.
Darn right it doesn't. It would take at least
I
a
will
9
just-
out of 10 goat noise.
Go over to Vorgaz.
So Vorgaz is currently standing on top,
Sleeping.
sleeping on top.
I will yell at him.
Oh.
No, I will not yell at him.
Would you like to climb on top of
didn't
the
say
roof to wake Vorgaz?
Can gnomes climb?
Not well.
I'll need an athletics check.
Yes, I will try and climb on the roof.
But, saying that they can't climb, I feel, is racist.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's certainly a fact that height helps.
I mean, and being a martial class helps. I think I give a monk a lot of.
Do I just click on athletics?
Yes.
Yeah, should work well if you've done your sheet.
Oh. So you clamber up, knocking a few things loose as you go, but you do manage to make your way up to the top of the roof.
I'm
was a
woken up
struggle.
by the knocking of things. I'm a light sleeper. Kind of just
Vorgaz.
stare at you as you climb over the top, like glaring at you.
I peek my head over like that one time in I can't remember the name of the game.
Oh, in Beast or Gang Beast.
Oh no!
Just a
They
little
peeked
like,
over the blimp.
That legendary peak.
hey, it's your turn to watch.
Alright. Do you need help, small one?
I can't get down.
I
I'm stuck.
extend my claw and just like pull you onto the rooftop.
Good.
Just before that happens, Ren starts doing like a complete handstand, like extending his arms outward, his legs up, Gang Beast style. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't get up, but I can do this. Upper body.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And then I will just lie down on the roof.
Alright.
I can't. It's way too high to get down.
I'll just go a little bit away from where Ren's sleeping and just keep my ears and nose open.
Do you think it's a good time to play Song of Rest?
No.
Aren't we already resting?
I mean, it's like an extra thing I can do during long rests to like boost us. I
Oh,
feel.
I thought it was a short rest thing.
It might be a short rest thing. Yeah, that
Yeah,
makes
'cause
more
it-
sense because I'm
unless
like,
you
what
were
does it
well.
boost? If it's a long rest, I like
So boost a
Yeah.
short rest into a long rest.
it boosts the short rest more. It doesn't. It just makes it a little better,
Yeah, it
but
just gets
it's
some
not
extra
applicable. So
Boost it into a medium rest.
heal. Yeah.
perhaps if you'd like,
Yeah, more or less.
but it's not applicable. So
So as the sun rises and pierces the fog, you all awake, nicely rested.
Yay!
Ottoman especially.
Ooh, I needed some of that juice.
excellent.
Ottoman, for completely ignoring to do his watch, will get back all of his hit dice instead of half of his hit dice.
Nice.
Laziness pays off.
That's what I've learned.
So, David, what I was getting, or what I wanted to ask earlier is the quivering like enough to affect my violining?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay.
Whenever your hands are acting, you don't notice anything. It's only when your hands are sitting still
Gotcha.
they start to fidget.
That makes more sense. Okay, let's endure this day then with a nice song. I pull out my violin. Well, we've rested, and I think we need a merry tune. What say you?
Has the scratching
Indeed.
of the door stopped yet?
No, never.
I just like hiss down at you. They're like,
Dun, dun, dun,
We
dun,
are-
dun, dun, dun. Oh. Ah.
we are still surrounded.
I make like a sad noise on my violin, and then I put it away.
I've lost my glass of wine. No.
Gotta be careful with that. We're hilarious tonight.
So, how would you like to continue through the hamlet? Would you like to go? Sorry, would you like to continue through the hamlet, or would you like to go around the hamlet?
I would like my little whelp friend to fly around this house to see if there's any windows and maybe actually see what's inside.
Yeah, I thought our only reason for coming here was because Ro was here. And now it's just a hamlet covered with rotting ones.
So this house appears to be a large outhouse. So there are no windows, only stench.
Okay, cool. Fuck it, and let's carry on. Whatever's in there is locked in there. We can leave it be.
I care nothing for this ruin.
And Nick, did I
carry
successfully
all
put
of
this into your journal?
Yeah, I saw it. Thank you.
I added one more,
One quick second. I'm
thank-
just gonna find my wine.
as you had an overnight to attune.
Oh, nice. Okay, I'll take
I'm
it.
gonna send Nigel to investigate that door.
How long does this spirit thing stay with us? Kind of like pet the elk.
I think forever. I think I can release him or he can die.
Interesting. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Welcome to the team, Nigel.
Well, I mean, he's like the second reincarnation of Nigel.
Yeah, exactly.
What I would like is I would like the whelp to actually fly kind of overhead the entire village to see if there's anything that really stands out that maybe we should check out before we carry on. But I don't think we'd really want to spend too much time here.
Okay. None of the houses seem as wealthy as the manor that you went through. They all seem a lot more basic. Most of them appear to be farmers' houses. He reports back that he's seen a few undead, but nothing that seems worthwhile investigating.
Like undead out in the open or just in houses?
Both.
Like going about their day or like attacking people.
What?
I don't think there's people here in the most traditional sense.
Yeah, they. I don't know if you
Ah,
can see because it's pretty far away. I give you an arrow.
Clearly, you've never heard the lands of Thay and the tales of that place, where the undead till the fields and work as slaves.
As they should.
I've
never seen it myself.
One undead just hanging out in the middle of town. But otherwise, he just seems to be hanging out.
All right. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
it's up to you guys if you think we need to clear this town out or if we can just kind of scurry on towards the tower, which was our original destination.
Shirk any other duties that might arise.
I think we should just keep moving along.
Yeah, I see no people to win over here. I say we carry forward with our quest.
Okay.
After
Let us
Ro,
carry
these
forward.
rotting ones are not even sport. Let's go
Yes.
to where the real foe lies.
Was she undead?
No. No, she was a very
She's a regular dead.
strange lizard folk.
Right.
Okay, what's going on here, player team? What do you think
Do
you're
not
doing, Dr. Ottoman?
understand.
I sent Nigel to investigate that little outhouse thing.
It's going alone
Yeah.
and not happy about it.
Oh, wait, you sent Nigel to investigate the outhouse?
Oh my god.
Wherever that scratching was coming from, that was the outhouse, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I sent him to go open it up and have a look.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
Oh, good.
So the door is locked, and as an elk, he lacks.
Thumbs.
Yeah.
The
ability
capacity to
open-
unlock it.
Yes.
Can he attempt to unlock it?
He can attempt to, but he fails terribly as an elk.
What if he
Well,
uses
I mean-
force?
What would he have to roll to unlock it?
As an elk with his hooves.
Yeah.
I think we're talking about the wrong word. What does he have to do to smash it open? Unlock it.
Oh, if he wants to smash it open, it's a different story. But
There
to
we go.
unlock it, I feel like that would be an impossible feat.
That's what I
And
thought
that
you were
is-
getting at.
And no amount of natural 20s would allow an elk to open a door.
Okay.
Darn.
They're not raptors, man.
All right. Can he like gently break the door down so that he doesn't hurt whatever's behind it?
Just like one antler through.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a strength check on him with disadvantage.
Can we go back to that map? Shit's about to go down.
With this,
How do I know?
Damn.
How do I know what his strength is?
Well, it's
Oh,
an
he's in the
elk.
journal now.
Oh yeah.
Is this in all players' journals?
I don't see the character sheet part of it though. Only his
No,
actions.
me neither.
Oh,
It's probably because we can't control him.
controlled by. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. Save changes. Now do you see it?
It doesn't say what
Yeah,
his
it
strength
popped
is.
up.
Yeah, if he's in a second tab.
Oh, in the character street. Okay. Okay. He's got 16 strength.
Pretty decent. I've seen weaker. What door? Oh, nope, never mind.
No, it's a one.
So it's the 4.
uh,
Sorry, I rolled it twice because I didn't think it would give it.
that's
advantage.
okay. With a 1, trying to knock down a door using his antler. His antler gets stuck underneath the doorknob and begins to rattle around.
Oh my god, are we gonna have to break the friggin' door to get your stupid elk free?
Just unsummon him.
Possibly.
I kind of just like. Oh.
He's gonna start like budging around and like getting uncomfortable and being
Just
like,
freaking out.
Ottoman.
Oh, right, he has a British accent. Excuse me,
Ottoman.
sir. I think this is a terrible idea, and now I am stuck. If you would have simply been nicer to bow and my horns were regular instead of this awful twistedness, this would be so much easier. Now, if you wouldn't mind breaking this door down like a, not gently. Like, who orders someone to break a door down gently?
Like the uncivilized Neanderthal you are.
All right, Ottoman orders him to shut his stupid elk mouth. And then he is going to karate kick the door down.
Okay.
As an elk does, you know?
It's kind of watching from a distance, studying the strange actions of the soft skins.
See this karate kick. 24. Woof. The door is shattered. And
Damn it, Nigel, that wasn't gently.
There once was an elk named Nigel, and he smashed a door to bits.
you
The legendary
see 2 undead inside of the outhouse.
Who could have guessed that?
All right. Are they at all hurt from the obliteration of the door?
They should
No.
be. Oh, well, I tried.
No, you're right. The one scratching it is hurt. Let's see. How hurt is he? This hurt.
All right.
Everyone roll initiative. I did not think we were doing this.
Morgaz
Again,
is like
Mr. DM.
inclined to assume this is like Ottoman's morning workout routine, and it's like, do you want me to stand back?
Mhm.
I must get warmed up.
Just do.
Ottoman starts like stretching and cracking his knuckles.
Oh my god, please work better. There we go. Here it
It's
is.
like raring to go, but he's a slow burn to start.
Okay, let's see.
Don't worry, Vasilia will save the day.
I mean, he's pretty tired after that long night of rest.
Oh shit! You You tied me with your perfect initiative. Good, well done.
Borges has an 11. Is that everybody?
Do I have to roll for the elk? No, he goes at the same time as me. Okay.
Who am I missing? Borges, Dr. Ottoman, Basilio, Alfonso.
Oh, I
And
didn't
then
select
I'm
my
missing
dude
Ren.
before I roll.
That's who I am missing.
Yes.
Ren gets a 9. 2.
Not bad, not bad.
I feel like I'm still missing someone.
Wait, where's Nigel?
He's in front of the door.
Oh, okay, I see him. Okay.
I think that's where you are now too.
Well, I only see Ren and Alfonso on the list so far, so I think you're missing people too.
Oh, the
Oh,
turn
you
order.
guys
Yeah,
can't see them?
I only see 4 people on the turn order.
Oh, it's the
Yeah, me
wrong
too.
Basilio.
Oh yeah, it should be next to him.
Add
I
turn.
shook the guy.
Yeah, we're rolling like savages.
Well, I
Yeah.
see a full turn order, so
Oh, I don't see me.
fine. I'll fix it.
Or me.
I see me now, so don't even worry about it, guys.
Everything's fine.
Basilio is here.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll re-roll the initiative if you want.
Who else don't we see? I'll fix
I'm
it.
not in there.
I think
Ottoman.
that's good. Oh, there we go. The one person who wanted to be there.
Okay, Dr. Ottoman, and your initiative was 4.
It was very, very poor.
Dead last. Okay,
Oh,
so I think we should all see everyone now. Basilio, you have more dexterity, so you are first.
perfect. I mean,
Notice
I
Ottoman
guess.
kicked the door down.
where I'm not even looking at the right thing here. So, Vasilio is. I guess I probably would be. Can I at least be here through the window? Because I was watching the song and making a song.
You were making a song. Yeah, you can be that close to the window. That's fine. Ren, you would have been walking out.
Here.
Borges
I'll-
is walking out.
I'll be here.
Oh no, I was watching the whole door shenanigan because I was curious.
Okay,
Yeah.
there you go. Watching the door shenanigans.
I'm gonna be watching the door shenanigans from here. Is that cool?
Okay.
This is a door, right? Not a window.
Those are
No,
windows.
they're all windows.
Oh,
2 of them are smashed.
Yeah, we
Which
jumped
ones?
through them.
This one is smashed, and this one is smashed.
excellent.
So there's still one more window to smash
Buddy?
if you wanted to.
Be heroic about it.
'Cause, if I recall correctly, the one window was smashed because it was an exit, and the second window was smashed because you really wanted to smash a window and didn't want the person who went through first to be the only one who got that heroic exit.
Which was Ottoman, I think.
I think
Yeah.
that's I think it's out of it.
It's not Vasilio's style to smash things, so I'm just gonna like acrobatically dive through this, like I'm diving like into a pool, and then catch myself into a roll.
Okay, let's see your athletics check for that roll.
Athletics or acrobatics for that one?
Acrobatics. I'll give you acrobatics.
Excellent. Huzzah!
Okay, you perfectly fly through the window, dodging all shards of glass as they're sitting inside of the window frame. You land on one hand and manage to give yourself a perfect, like full somersault, and you get, because that was a really high roll, I like that. You get 5 extra feet of movement
Oh, haha! So as I like pop
in
up,
your landing roll.
I spring forward in my 5 feet, and then like I kind of like land here with my hands like up in the air, like ta-da! And then I carry on with the last few bits of my movement. So I think I get 50 normally. Should be enough to jump through there and go over there. Plus extra 5. Okay, haha! Not to fear, Ottoman. Vasilio has arrived. And I have my bow. I shall draw it. With that, I shall put an arrow into it and prep an action to fire. Wait, I can see them, eh? The door is smashed. He like karate kicked it to smithereens. So I just shoot an arrow.
Smokes Nigel.
Could happen.
Not today though, and not from Basilio the Great. I let the arrow fly straight into its eye, and like my one arm is like up in the air, like an orchestrator. I'm like, haha. I look around at Varagoth. I'm like, huh? I think that's the end of my turn.
What did you shoot the short bow at?
This guy put it right in his eye.
Can you roll damage?
Thump.
It goes straight through the back of his head, but he just seems angry.
Ha! The
Can't
perfect
imagine
shot.
why.
Yeah.
Don't be angry, my friend. That was a brilliant shot. You saw it, didn't you, Alfonso? I like look and see him like outside.
Didn't see a thing.
Damn
Alfonso, you are second to go.
I will clamber through this window,
Okay.
and
I'm gonna make it difficult terrain if you're clambering safely.
okay, that's fine. I moved half my movement.
Mhm.
And then I will throw a firebolt at that guy.
I like turn to you as you're like clambering through. I'm like, I
You
expect my best friend to enter with more flair.
I just look around like, where's this best friend you talk of? I thought he was in your shadow.
Come quick, the battle. I just ignore the condescending words.
You see a big chunk of his flesh freeze and then fall off.
Yeah.
But it looks like he's still just barely moving.
Nice. I think that is my turn.
Okay. It's been a little while, Spawn of Chysis's.
It's gonna be a little while longer. Kill him, Nigel. Reaction.
30. So he's gonna run through the open door.
Does he get a reaction?
No, because he didn't get run through. He just runs
Over
through
to
this-
him.
Yeah, runs over to the open door. He doesn't seem at all interested in elk meat, but elf meat, that looks delicious. So he's going to start off by slashing. Man, I love this. I love this monster. 1, 2. Burrowing.
He
up.
misses both.
He misses both claw attacks. Just scratches himself on your shield, hurting himself. And make a dex save. Because he is
It
also
throws the
throwing
worm at you.
at you.
'Cause you know what?
There's just worms falling off him.
Oh,
Ooh,
Nigel is a bit of a worm magnet. We all know.
yeah, Dr. Alderman, this worm is on you.
I shake him off.
Now what?
that's not how that works.
Yeah, not yet. Borgas.
All right. Well,
You are up.
as far as the previous intent and just watching this morning routine unfold, Borgas thinks that they're just flexing their legs, and I don't want to kill steal them. Especially since these soft skins really, really need the practice. So I'm gonna go over to the door where Ren is. 2, 3, 4. And I'm just going to
Vargas, don't tell me that you're afraid. As I see you leaving. Don't worry, Vasilia will defend you from these. What do you call them? Rotted ones? Fear not. I like turn away from you.
I don't even know how to unpack that. It's just like I was gonna do something, but I think I'm just gonna spend the rest of my turn what the fucking at you.
Yeah,
Just kind of like cock my head sideways and like he's Soft skins are perplexing. What is it that your aim is? And I'm done. What the hell?
Turning back to him, I'm like, victory, my friend, and just kind of glance over my shoulder, and then I smile quickly, and then I look back at the fight.
All right.
So Ren, you see Voragaz look at most perplexed and certainly not in the throes of battle. You have not heard anything that suggests that there is a battle going on. What would you like to do? You were just in the middle of leaving.
I
Telling
look at
everyone you wanted to-
Vorkaz
Mhm.
and I ask, do you think they need me in there, or are we good to go?
I'll respond like, we should wait for them,
Okay.
but they're
Supervise.
wasting our time.
I will just walk back here and supervise with Vorkaz.
Okay, sounds good. So
Seems to be under control.
the ghast is going to finally, after hours, if not days of attempting, push through the door.
Does it have hands
Running
left?
forward. Yes, it does.
They don't make them like they used to.
No, they don't. They have giant, disgusting claws with fingernails that are here. Can I send you the picture? How do I do this? Sure.
Yeah, we can see them, I think.
Oh, I hate the spawn of Kais's picture.
I know it's disgusting. But the gas picture is also not pretty. It has very long fingernails. Ugh, I don't want to
Oh
show
yeah,
it.
and does it have like the Gene Simmons tongue too?
Yes, it
That's
does.
the picture. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try to dig its claws into Nigel with a 14. Does a 14 hit the elk?
Believe so.
Yeah, I think it's got 13 AC.
Damn it, Nigel. What happened to that biting I gave
I
you?
know,
It's
it's only 10.
10.
And Jesus.
Not even
Oh, it's
that
got
good.
13 health. That's what it is.
Oh my God,
Oh.
Nigel. Well, nice knowing you, Nigel.
At least we can summon him back.
So,
Wow,
Dr.
you got
Ottoman,
one-shotted. That's
as you start your turn beside the most disgusting smell known to all of dentist kind, make a Constitution save.
Ah. Shouldn't I be resistant since I'm very used to disgusting smells?
No.
It's too much.
No.
I think at some point paladins are immune to being poisoned, but that's about it.
No, you are now poisoned.
Is he immune yet, Troy?
It depends on the level.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Poisoned with a worm on him.
Yeah.
It's been a good morning.
My
you
morning
get-
dog has gotten away from me.
Yeah.
What does poison mean?
I can certainly jog down that cliff.
Poison means that you have disadvantage on all attack rolls and ability checks. It's a
Oh.
pretty brutal thing to
That's a
happen to you.
brutal condition. That's a
Oh.
disease. It's
It's-
really hard to fail that.
Not poison. You're immune to disease. My bad.
Oh yeah, not immune to poison. Or,
Ouch.
No worries. Alright. It's my turn now.
and you have disadvantage on all of your attack. Ugh.
Good thing these guys are a joke. Am I right, Ottoman?
Ottoman starts to sweat. You see like one drop of sweat going down his temple. He's got the shifty eyes going on. But Ottoman fears not, so he goes for the attack on the north
Excellent.
man, or undead man.
And
Undead
north
thing.
That thing that we're
The northern
attacking.
target.
Oops.
Uh,
That
actually,
doesn't happen.
what can I do about this worm? There's a worm on me.
The worm that is currently trying to burrow into you.
Can I just like grab it out of me?
You can attempt to hit it. You can attempt to do so.
Hmm. Alright, yeah.
Don't try to hit it. Hit it.
Alright, do I have to roll an attack,
One
or
man can.
can I just grab it? Like grapple it. I would like to grapple the worm.
You would like to
Nice.
grapple the worm.
How do you
Yep.
do it?
with my strength.
Creative as fuck. I love it.
Oh no, wait. That's my saving throw. Sorry.
I guess you can grapple a worm.
You could dodge it with
have-
a dexterity check.
Ding, ding, ding. Ottoman versus Worm, round 1.
That's actually really weird. I don't-
No, he cannot. You have successfully grappled the worm.
All right, so it's in my hand, and I would like to. Wait, can I do another action after that?
No.
A grapple. Well, if you have multi attack, a grapple is 1 weapon attack.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, you do have multi-attack. You're level 5.
Yeah. Can I just step on the worm?
You can crush it in your hand because you're currently holding it in your hand.
Okay, let's do that.
So badass.
You crush it and it turns into purple goo.
Ugh. I shake the goop off and wipe it on the zombie next to me.
That's
Here,
like
hold
wiping
this.
your ass with a turd.
He does not appreciate that.
Well, he can respond when it's his turn.
You can. Basilio, you're up.
Okay, cool.
So the ghast in front of you looks like he has had many better days. He's loose. He's no, this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's missing a big chunk of shoulder, and there's a bolt still sticking out of the back of his head.
Well, I turn to Alfonso and I smile. Not to worry, I'll handle this. And I drop my bow and I draw my blades. My signature thing of dropping my weapon and drawing another one. And then I slash
How's
the
he
hell out
not
of this.
lost anything yet?
He has.
Yeah, oh yeah, I've lost several things.
The lamp.
I'm getting
I
lower on
remember that.
weapons. First attack.
You easily connect.
I'm a man of action. Sometimes you
And-
forget things.
His flesh burns under the radiant damage, turning into just a pile of hot ash.
So I slash across like that, like a line. And then I follow out the whole spin, coming all the way around in a showmanship style. Oh, so much flair. And then I run around Nigel. And I run over here, and as I run, I cut low and slash out the zombie's legs
Well, yeah.
with my offhand blade. Yeah. Nope. Maybe.
You connect.
Excellent. Fire.
Be-
So I do another
I
spin.
shouldn't say because that's not the case, but he has -2 because you are flanking.
Oh, excellent. Yes, I knew that. Basilio is also a tactical genius. Remember it.
hmm
Um,
Is that it for your turn?
this thing you gave me, its ability.
Takes an action.
Okay, yeah. Then I'm good. Yes.
Alfonso, what would you like to do?
Actually, I will run over here.
Let
Haha!
me change that a little bit. Sorry.
Is that not going to make you take an opportunity attack?
I have mobile
no,
feet.
he has mobile
He's
feet.
fancy.
Oh.
Yeah. I decided instead of being a good spellcaster, I would run around the field like a fool. Haha!
Just changing the steel ability to be that target's highest stat. Because that's what it was.
Oh,
initially,
okay. Yeah, yeah.
and I should have specified. And now I'm thinking I should have like, oh, I should really specify. So sorry, Alfonso. There's only the spawn of Kaisis there. What would you like to do?
Yeah, whatever. I'll throw a firebolt at it.
Okay.
So blasé. Fuck him.
Not impressed with this whole breaking down the door business.
You weren't even a little bit curious what was back there?
Not even a tiny bit.
And that is reroll one of your d10s.
Oh, yes, right.
Okay, so 13. It rips off a chunk of worms, and you watch as they all go and fall off dead.
Nice. Frosty.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then I'll just 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll just come over here and chill with the people who aren't retarded.
Okay. Well, the spawn is going to continue trying to slash at Dr. Ottoman. Does an 18 hit?
Yes. Yes, it does.
Okay, and then deck save again for the burrowing worm. So you take 15 damage.
Damn. Dex save. Alright. Wait, why? Isn't the worm dead? Or is this a new
Sprung
worm?
another one at you. They're
Okay.
made of
He is-
worms.
He is filled with worms.
Goddamn.
There's nothing but worms in his body.
Oh.
Let me just
okay.
pull up the character sheet. Sorry, guys. Sorry,
Yep.
everyone that's not Sean.
Yeah.
You don't deserve this.
Ah!
Yeah, I've seen that one before. It's gross.
Ah!
Oh my god.
You
Alright, so I didn't
Now that
dodge
is
the
one
worm.
ugly
You
creature.
did not dodge the worm.
Oh, God.
Just shocked into worm submission.
The worm is in your eye. It landed down your throat.
Oh god, no. Oh no, wait, that attack didn't hit. I have 19 armor class. Okay.
Oh.
Oh.
Stuck on that, DM.
Shit.
Over here trying to kill me with worms.
I mean, the worm is still on you.
What? I thought it
Since
got
when?
on me from the attack.
No, sorry. It has 2 claw attacks and a worm throw.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh, right. Man, I hate this monster. You suck, Spawn of Kaisis.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Forgot, he just takes forever to kill because he regenerates health every turn. So, for catching it, what would you like to do?
so it's
very interesting.
that's some
Computer.
numbers and letters and things.
Uh-huh.
Did it do something?
There's
I don't know why this is set up like this.
I don't know. I think you might have ran it through a fucking hash table.
Yeah. Let's just get rid of those ones. Unneeded.
It's, yeah, like these guys haven't taken damage yet, so far be it for me to get in the way of a warrior trying to prove themselves. I'll just roll perception and make sure there's nothing around that can interfere with this.
Nah. If you're not gonna help us, get out of the way.
You are currently well out of the way, and there is nothing around that looks like it'll be an impediment.
Perfect.
So, Ren, you are also sitting back here. Are you at a similar opinion?
I'm gonna go watch the door.
Oh, okay. As you look down the street, you notice that it is eerily empty, but you noticed that when you first came into town.
Cool.
Don't you guys
That's
have
all I'll
like,
say.
infinite spam moves you could just add to this?
You got it under control.
All right.
So Dr. Ottoman, the worm is trying to burrow into your shoulder. What would you like to do?
I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh.
Grapple it, I guess.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Like
How
that's
would
my
you
only
like to-
option. How? What? I just grab it off of me.
No, I didn't finish my sentence. How would you like to die?
Oh.
Okay, let's see your rolls.
Oh, my cat has a crazy ass look in his eyes.
I think it is strictly possible that this worm manages to not be grappled.
Don't spray the shit out of you, man.
Oh my god, because you have disadvantage. Oh, you got this, little worm. You got this.
You're
Who are
poisoned.
you cheering for?
Ooh.
Monster.
I can try to grapple it again, though, right?
You can.
Grapple power. Damn.
Wow.
Damn you, worm.
So it is now the end of your turn, and the worm has successfully gone into your skin.
Oh god.
It's 2d6 necrotic damage. You take 7 damage.
Oh god. Alright.
Because why not?
Is that like visible damage?
No, not at all. All on the inside of his shoulder blade. I
Nice.
don't know if he chooses to.
It's rotten worms.
Oh,
Got
and you
worms.
took 1 piercing damage. Sorry, so you took 8 damage. 1 is piercing damage from the worm going through your skin. The rest is necrotic damage from it eating your flesh.
Ah, okay.
Well, he's done for. We should all just leave now.
Time to abandon him.
Is this the part where you like shoot him in the leg and walk away, and all the zombies like converge?
He's infected.
Sounds about
You
right.
know this is for the best. We all agreed to this.
So, how much am I supposed to be your collective memory, and how much am I supposed to not remind you of things?
Pretty much, you're supposed to remind us on anything prevalent. If you think it's going to be interesting to the story, you might as well tell us. Because
And if we remember things incorrectly, then yeah.
yeah, you might as well correct us.
Okay, so
I mean,
if there was a way that a worm was dealt with last time, should I remind you how you dealt with it last time?
You can make us roll history to try and remember. That's what I always like
I
to do.
remember a worm getting smacked by an axe.
yeah, that's the only
I
way
think
I
that
remember.
was pretty lucky.
I
Yeah,
cut
that's a
it
good
directly in
point.
half.
That is how you would all remember how worms are dealt with. So never mind.
Did we burn
It's
it?
your turn.
Yeah.
That
so-
or digging it out of Nigel.
I remember
It was
that
pretty
part.
ruthless.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
There's a bit of spot surgery going on.
Yeah, I'm pretty much the best dealer
But that
with
didn't
of
work.
worms.
I remember that we did it, and I was all for it, and then you did it, and it didn't work, and I was horrified that I suggested it.
Didn't Nigel die because of the damage or something?
Yeah, probably. I just know the worm didn't come out and blacked out after that.
He turned back into the ethereal plane.
Yeah, so that's fine, man. It's in you this time, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Sean, you can do that too, right?
Yeah, just go ethereal.
Doctor?
So yeah,
That's a thing, right?
Auto surgery.
Yeah, you guys are correct. The only way that you remember having defeated worms are either by cutting them in half or by cutting their hosts in half.
All right.
Well, sorry, Ottoman. You gotta do what you
Cutting
gotta
you
do.
in half.
It's the only way.
It's the only way we know.
Well, it is what it is.
Shit.
Oh gosh. Ooh. Ooh, Vasily.
Do you have some sort of consecrate undead thing? Because it's probably an undead worm.
You smite yourself?
I don't know.
It sounds painful.
I don't think I do have anything like that.
Okay.
Oh, I do have control or command, so I can tell the worm to do something,
That could work.
like
Get out of
unburrow.
my body.
Yeah, get out.
That's not bad, actually.
Leave.
That's like
Yeah.
thematically amazing.
I don't know if it would work on an undead, but it might.
Oh, that's true.
Because it might be like not a sentient command. It might just be a compulsion. You might be able to do it to them.
Wow.
I don't know what the rules are on undead now that I think about it.
It has no effect on undead.
There you go.
Is the worm undead?
You'd have to find out.
Yep.
It
David.
also has to speak your language.
Only one way to find out.
Does it?
Yeah, because it has to hear your command.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't remember how to deal with this, and also it's not in me. So, yeah, I feel like if it was in me, I might remember.
So, Basilia, what would you like to do? You are up.
Oh yeah, it's me. Save the day, obviously.
Mhm.
I can continue with my glorious rampage against these guys. Running in and slashing home. Radiant Blast. 11?
You connect.
Excellent. Bam! Followed up with a flurry of uppercuts. I slash towards the ceiling. Chop. I don't know. Describe it. Stumbling my words. And now it's not described well. But that hits, I think.
Yeah, that connects.
Excellent. Oh. Okay. Nope. Just the
no,
first one, I
yeah,
guess.
just the first
6.
one. So you easily connect with both blades, slashing across it.
Perfect.
Opening tiny gaping holes where you watch worms
Fuck.
fall out of.
Okay.
Just fell out. God. That's one gaping hole.
As I
The whole
Slash.
thing is just worms everywhere.
upwards and worms spill out. I'm like, I like dance back. I'm like, Nigel, you can deal with that. You know worms, right? On my turn here.
Okay. Alfonso.
You covered there.
It's still alive, quote unquote,
is
right?
alive. Yes. It's
All right,
still-
I'll just toss another firebolt at it. Can you guys hurry up? Like, Jesus.
I really am trying.
Okay, you easily connect with it. Again, breaking off a big chunk of its disgusting flesh. As its turn starts, you notice that a similar sized chunk of its flesh gets sewn back together by worms.
Interesting.
No, it does not.
Good. I
Like
prefer
more
It
that.
does,
interesting.
but we don't notice.
You notice that the worms are trying to made by Basilio's first slash, but they seem to be failing to do so.
So that radiant damage. Maybe.
Uh,
I don't know.
So
But yeah.
the spawn will once again attempt to claw at Dr. Ottoman. And
Throw
then
another worm at him.
So, DC 11 deck save. See your deck save, Ottoman.
Yep. I got it. I'm just worried that this will miss or kill me.
Me too, a little bit.
Okay, Can I have used my bonus action to give him a bardic inspiration die? Can I retroactively have done that?
Too late now.
Yeah. Fuck.
Oh, you did it.
12.
Nice.
Ah, you actually managed to dodge it.
Mm.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, not today.
That's where Ottoman draws the line. 3 times the fool, not me, sir. All right.
So, Borgas,
Oh,
Borgas and Ren, we're still in the same boat.
Ottoman is not visibly damaged. They're just
Not
oh,
visibly.
they're finishing it off.
I'm down 8 health, I think.
Yeah, but he can't tell that from your little hole in your shoulder.
He did cry out in pain, I imagine. No? Stoic,
Yeah.
he took it?
When I got hit, I said, "Ow, I am damaged." Approximately
What
1/3
now,
of my
Brown
life force. I feel like I could only take 2 more similar hits.
That sounded like he was just joking to you.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
He looks perfectly fine.
Ottoman, there's no time for jokes.
Oh man.
It seems
No,
like
it's,
you were actually hurt there. Huh.
Yeah, they're almost through with it. There's only one left. You're doing good.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
getting impatient.
if I were to walk back in here, I don't think I can even go that far.
No, you are a tiny creature, so you only have 25 feet of movement.
Where's the door? The door is like
This is the
here.
door that is open here. This line here is the open door.
I can't go that far. I will
That's the downside of being small. So you get tiny
just
movement.
run and sprint up in here.
Okay. Looks like
Ask
they
what the
seem
hell
to
is
have a
taking
handle
so
on
long.
things.
It's been 6 seconds since I walked to the door. What's taking so long?
That's right. I was just about to say, Jesus.
Fucking
Yeah, like this great
have no
battles in, like,
patience.
18 seconds. Okay. But yeah.
Yeah,
I had time to walk to the door and back.
at the-
Well,
That is
And-
all.
want some more attacks of these guys.
funny.
Doc Ock,
Mm-hmm.
what would you like to do?
Let me think here.
Accept your fate.
I don't accept this worm. I'm gonna try and command the worm to unburrow.
Okay, using the command spell.
Yep.
What do you say?
Unburrow.
As your turn ends, you feel the worm burrowing deeper.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
We might have to cook him.
What if I command him louder?
taking 2 damage.
Maybe he didn't hear you.
Oh god.
Because that works on teeth, right?
Yeah. You just tell him what to do.
Unburrow, you
I'm dead.
damn molar.
Yeah. What did I tell you about cavities?
Teeth are not undead.
I mean, first you have to polymorph it.
It's just something that can hear you.
I told you, bigger and deeper, so they keep coming back. That's right.
The worm both doesn't understand English and is undead. So I don't know what to tell you.
No leeway there, eh?
No, I
Mr.
think
God.
two negatives make a positive.
Yeah, that's the way I heard it.
The worm is a tiny undead. It's right there in the stat block.
Oh, it's brutal.
Good to know. Good to know. Well, that's my turn.
Vasilia, what would you like to
Good
do?
turn.
All right. I dash over and attack it with my swords. Bam! Follow up.
Duh.
Oh, hey. okay.
I
That's a
slash
very
it high,
convenient
slash it
amount of
low,
damage.
and then I turn and bow to Varagos.
Okay. As you
Don't you
slash
have
all
multi
the
attack as a College of the Sword Bard?
You get it at level 6.
Oh my god.
I know. I always think I'm like, fuck, I don't have it yet.
Blade Singer is the same way.
Yeah.
Gross.
It's
Yeah.
like a melee 0.5.
Yeah. I'll get it. Dun, 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 dun.
All right, battle concluded. I will I'll kind of
There's still a worm in me.
there's still a worm in his arm.
regardless.
Yeah,
I
we
will
don't know
walk
that.
over and nod my approval. Like,
I'm like humming to
done.
myself as I walk back to you guys, like kind of like nodding my head back and forth. And now I'm like orchestrating
walking out the door.
in my head with my sword.
Good, done.
Onward.
Onward.
Oh, I scoop up my bow as I'm like on my way out. I'm like, oh yes, my bow.
I scream at Voragaz to help me.
Oh yeah, haha. What? I like look up from picking up my bow.
okay.
I'm like, wait, what?
Help
Okay.
you.
As you scream out, you take another 2d6 damage.
I run over and what? What's wrong with you?
I
point to my shoulder and I hand him my Worm Slayer blade and tell him, I
Isn't
hope
it
you have
an
a steady
axe?
hand.
I am scooping up my bow.
It is what
Just
it needs to
looking
be.
shocked at what?
Okay. This has happened to me before. I'm not going to take the axe. I'm going to use my spear because it's a piercing weapon.
All right.
Okay,
This
I'm
is
going to try and
to
be
hurt.
smart. Nope. I just watch. Because player has an idea.
Actually, I have a
Did
dagger.
Vacilio come up with that idea? Probably not. Obviously, he would not.
Okay,
So there's a
what are you
hole
gonna
in your
do there
shoulder. I'm just going to take a dagger out and just going to stab into the hole.
again? Okay.
Oh,
can I
God.
can I get a damage roll, please?
Well, I'm probably going to hurt him a lot. You want an attack roll
gentle.
and a damage roll, or just a damage roll?
Just a damage roll because he's letting you attack it.
Okay. Daggers are D4,
Yes.
and my rest of jam 6 damage.
One
This
health.
is like... you take that 6 damage as the hole in your shoulder is opened up wider, but you don't see the worm. It seems to have burrowed quite deeply with its 3 burrows.
Oof.
Deeper than like my hilted dagger.
Yes.
I do say, I think you're hurting him.
Dr. Arma, you are at 1 health.
Oh,
What
God.
would you like to do with
I-
this turn?
Maybe your last turn.
All right. Dr. Ottoman is breathing very deeply and trying to calm himself. Think back to his days in dental school.
Okay. Can you roll me a history, please? Okay. You recall from your time in dental school that as a paladin, you would often lay hands on someone with an injury to help them.
Ah,
At the very
I do
least,
remember that.
another 10-15 seconds.
All right. Can I lay on hands then?
You can lay yourself.
I lay hands on myself. Nobody watched.
I can't look away.
Cillia's just fidgeting with his hands back and forth.
I wish I could use my hands like that.
How would you like to lay hands on yourself?
Oh, the maximum amount, obviously. How much is it again? Is it 5? Like 1 for each
5
level or
times
something?
level. Yeah, so you have 25.
You
So it
posted the
would-
whole thing in console if you want to read that.
Oh, okay. It's 5 times paladin level? I did not think it was that much. Oh, okay. I'll just restore myself to full health then. Fuck this worm. I still don't know what to do to get rid of the worm, though.
Well,
Yeah, it's fine.
So I'll just go with that and then leave the rest of Orgaz. I mean, I called for help. What more can I do?
what more can you do?
Receive help.
Exactly.
Well, I have multi-attack. I could technically stab twice as fast as that worm can burrow.
Keep going deeper.
Holy shit. Well, if you're strong, you'll survive this.
Oh, God.
And kind of look back at Vasilio and shrug and try to I give him like a bit of my cloak to bite down on. and I keep digging.
Ooh.
So 1 and 2.
This reminds me.
Okay.
I can't remember what movie, but it's like he has a knife in his leg, and they use 2 more knives to remove the one knife.
Oh, that's kind of what's happening here, isn't it?
Yeah.
So as you attack, in
We
a
need more
quick
knives.
flurry of blows, stabbing and stabbing and stabbing.
Oh, yeah, I could bonus action and no, never mind. I'm not gonna do that.
Would you like to?
No, I don't want to.
Just
Please
give me a
stop
good
stabbing
kick
me.
for measure.
Considering my bonus action is a bite, no, it's not.
So as you stab and stab and stab,
One of those has got to hit this goddamn worm.
Maybe. You might also be down a shoulder for the rest of the campaign.
This
lose
is
an
like
arm.
some serious, careless, like stabbing into generally fairly fragile parts of the body. Not exactly the most healthy idea.
Yeah, I would have loved if someone intelligent was doing this, because I don't know anything about soft skin physiologically, aside from how to cook them, maybe. No, I don't cook them. I just eat
Even
them.
Nigel had the care to knock down that door.
He called me for help, and I'm going to save him.
so you do manage to.
I'm playing a sad song right behind.
You do manage to get to and stab the worm, but you are very deep into shoulder to the point that you are basically at collarbone.
Oh, he must love this.
Dr. Ottoman, as that was your shield arm, you are no longer strong enough to carry a shield or use any weapon with the heavy property.
Oh man,
Ooh.
forever.
We'll see.
Ooh. So I'll pull back the knife with the worm
For
on
now.
it and flick it off.
Ugh.
And I guess I'll look to Vasilio to deal with now.
It's like my job is done. That was a success.
If he's
I'm
strong,
just
he will
picturing,
survive
like,
the
Ottoman,
night.
like, sitting there, like holding his shoulder with just a big gouge out of it, and Varagot's like, "I've done my work."
I don't know what
Just stands
happens
up,
Medical
next.
surgery.
marches off stoically. Like, huh. I look down at Ottoman.
Can you tend this soft skin?
I suppose. With that, I like put a harsh stop to my sad song, and then I pick up like a joyful jingle that carries over to make Sean feel good and hits him with a healing word.
Thanks.
You're not unconscious, but I will do what I can to cure the wound specifically. So, like, if you want to take away the healing attribute of the spell and make it focus on like sewing tendons, I'm game.
Not really how that works, unfortunately.
Why wouldn't it? No? I mean-
no.
No, that's a different spell effect.
Oh, okay.
You're looking for like a restoration spell, I think.
Does it like restore like feebleness or something?
Among
I didn't know there was
higher-level
even,
diseases,
like-
it's a high level cleric spell.
I didn't realize that there was actually like conditions for like injured.
No, like cure wounds and healing word is very specifically only going to restore health points. It doesn't actually change grievous wounds to like it won't regrow an arm, for example, and it won't stop you from being crippled.
Doesn't
Okay.
actually cure wounds.
Yeah, it's
Heals.
just
It's
restores
like
your health.
It cures
Yeah,
them
Makes you feel
minorly.
better.
It basically
Doesn't
just gives
actually
you life energy.
sew wounds or do
Yeah.
anything like that. Huh.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah.
never really like defined anywhere in like the magic.
Interesting.
Bigger spells.
Thought it was defined pretty well.
Well, you could look up greater restoration. It's close-ish.
You imbue a creature with positive energy to undo a debilitating effect. So is there like a status effect for like debilitated?
Well, it
Is that what
it's
I'm like,
technically
missing?
cures like charms, petrifies, curses, things that affect your ability scores and hit point maximums. So like if
Yeah.
like a ghost hits you and reduces your max HP, that's the only way around it.
No, and I
like,
understand
this
that
kind of
those
thing is
are
a
all like
homebrew. That's what my approximative assumption
Yeah.
would be, but it's up to David.
then that's kind of where I'm like, wait, is there actually like a definition for healing magic not like fixing you?
Yeah.
Because these are all like effects that happen from specific like items or monsters. They're not things that could just be like happen because you got hurt. These things, greater restoration, or even those magics cure. I thought it was more or less like a storytelling attribute of like DMs to tell you what healing magic did.
So
I'm just
I
wondering,
can't
yeah,
find
for
where
my
I
own.
read it before, but there was a tweet somewhere that it said that healing magic doesn't
Like restore you.
No, yeah.
like it doesn't
Yeah,
heal
I think you're right.
something like a broken bone.
Oh, here we go.
Like, is there condition for being injured? Because that's, if there is, then sure, there should be a spell to cure that condition.
No, they're okay. They're
There is an
There
optional
is.
rule for being injured, which happens when you fail a death save.
That's like,
okay. The spell you want is regenerate. That's the one that words it.
I was like, yeah, it's inside of one spell is the definition for other spells don't do it.
you touch a creature and you simulate a natural healing ability. The spell regains one target. Like tails and so on are restored after 2 minutes. So this will sew a limb straight back on. So I think it's still up to the DM to tell you how powerful your magics are. Like, granted, I'm not disputing that you say that it doesn't do it. No problem.
So this
I'm
is
just
a
wondering.
7th level spell that regrows a full limb.
Yeah,
So
that's what I mean.
think
Like, that's
5th level
serious.
spell will.
So, like, another thing to notice too is that regenerate is actually a transmutation spell. Like, it actually affects something physical,
Mhm.
whereas cure wounds, I believe, is just a.
Like, this is all semantics from my mind, basically. Like, in my mind now, I just want to make sure that, like, if you're casting cure wounds, it's not even sewing up a cut.
Oh no! So I would say that it's fixing up little cuts and little nicks.
Okay.
And like stopping the active bleeding.
Okay.
But in this case, he's missing a big chunk of his shoulder blade and has a severed tendon.
Because that's like, I mean, it's again all semantics, but that was a differentiation I was
Yeah.
making in my mind. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
it
so it's
doesn't
pretty much-
fix anything. Period. It only restores like your energy levels.
Yeah,
No,
because
I
I think
can-
I
HP
can stop
is
your
generally
shoulder
a
from
stamina
bleeding, but
kind
there's
of
still
thing,
going to be a big
not
old
a-
hole in it.
So I
Yeah,
think if
like
you
that's always how I've
you get
approached
into a
it.
bar fight,
Yeah.
and in this bar fight, you each knock each other completely senseless. You're both completely covered in blood. One of you guys has a broken nose. You have a black eye. I would say that a cure wounds would stop the bleeding and clean you up mostly, but you still have the black swollen eye and you still have the broken nose. You'd be
Fair
more
enough.
level head.
Okay. So it just makes you feel internally better, but you still heal at whatever pace. So if we get truly fucked up by something, you can't just
So you guys
long
had-
rest and cast a little spell. You're
Yeah.
gonna be limping.
And you had used your last ability to make him not die. So I think this is a better penalty than he is dead, because I don't like he is dead, because it felt wrong for that situation, especially because it's gonna be a slow death.
Fair enough. Sorry, didn't mean to derail.
That's okay. I thought this was a
Good topic to cover.
Yeah, because like there's like a lot of people who handle lingering injuries differently, like as homebrew kind of situations.
That's
Like,
what I
we've
was
never
thinking.
done
Is
it
it
before, so it's
like
good to talk
however
about
you
it.
say it, I'm fine with, because I didn't think there was any rules for these. If you, that's what I'm asking. It's like if you guys have seen written definitions, because in my DMing experience, I hadn't seen anything that said healing magic does this, other than regen, like. Because like it just says it restores health, and health is in whatever interpretation like the DM takes it. Say you
fair.
break your nose and you cast a good healing spell, you get a perfect, like your nose could go back to. But however you play it, right? It's just semantics. All storytelling
I really
pieces.
but yeah, I can't find the. Yeah, it's less effective. The healing word is less effective than resting for 8 hours.
Well, that makes sense. You get more back.
I think that's like the general thought process that I have.
Yeah. Fair enough. No, that's cool to even add to like my repertoire of things that could happen to my players. Because
And
then, like, there's specific magics that could cure that. Because in my mind, I'm like, well, you just rest and then cast like 7 healing cure wounds and you're done. Because there's no definition for what it can do.
eventually he'll be healed. Just not soon.
But if somebody does something really stupid and, you know, say a cave falls on you, maybe you'll lose some speed forever.
And I think that
There we go. I found I found the actual definition of hit points.
I
Nice.
think that this is, I don't know, I think this is better than him dying and becoming a spawn of Kaisis himself. As far
I don't know.
He
'Cause
loves
that
the
was
worms
the-
so much.
alternate
Clayton.
options that you have.
I made it out of this alive. Let's just keep our heads down.
It looked like Sean really, really wanted to build a new character today.
Maybe he did. Maybe I just stopped him from building a new character, and now his
Yeah.
character also.
Everybody
can't
raise
play
your
the-
right arms in celebration. Oh wait.
Cold as fuck, man. Cold as fuck.
Well,
So
Yeah.
like, at first, you know, like from my perspective, I'm not even sure how I'm gonna treat Ottoman now. Cause like first it's like we're leaving. Oh, Ottoman's trying to start a fight with something. Okay, he must just feel like fighting something. I won't get in his way. Yeah, they're handling it just fine. So like, yeah, I have respect for a fellow warrior. Oh, he almost died. Oh, okay, he's back to a weakling who needs to be protected.
Not only almost died, but he almost died, and the medicine to help him left him injured permanently.
Yeah. I don't really
Or
know
the
much
only
about
way to
those
save his
worms.
life was to seriously injure his shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fine. A little
Yeah.
bit of dirt.
It's
rub
only a
some dirt
flesh
in it.
wound.
He'll be fine.
This is sad. Well, like, surely you've learned something from this experience.
Nope.
Probably
absolutely
Absolutely.
I feel like that would be incredibly one note to not, like, look at that and being like, maybe I shouldn't do that again.
Mind your business there, lizard man.
Alright.
I think what I learned is that my elk is a dumb bitch.
Well,
Sent him to deal with a problem and almost got me killed.
Whew. Okay,
well,
so
it is nature's way that the wicked perish, so it is what it is.
what would we like to do? How would we like to move on our map?
Well, I'm done making decisions for the day.
I guess we slink through the marshes to the east.
Yep.
Nigel, would you handle him, please? Ottoman just sobbing. My shoulder.
Well, Nigel died actually, so I'm gonna have to make another one.
Oh,
before we take
I
off.
keep looking around
Nigel.
for Nigel. I'm like, oh, where the hell did Nigel go?
So I'm pretty sure I can use the same spell you can there. What if we both summon Nigel?
Well, would it work like
I
that?
mean, you gotta
Well,
get
for
your own
him, it's a
Nigel.
summon mount.
Yeah,
Can you summon mount?
Paladins are a separate Find Steed. So Find Steed is a separate paladin only spell. Yours is summon woodland creatures, or something along those lines.
Where is it here?
It's conjure animal.
Oh,
And
conjure
That's the
animal.
one.
it's pretty
It's
wicked.
different.
It's like something with CR level, and you can split it up, or something.
Air
big.
Force One.
You could summon something like 8 Nigels. None of them would have personality, and they would in no way be awesome. They would also only last you 10 minutes, so they wouldn't get you very far.
You were so looking forward to telling Ashton what happened to Bear Force 1.
What happened to Bear Force One?
Oh, so
Oh
So-
god.
They survived. They
Ashton.
kicked ass.
sorry. While you guys are walking, I think Basilio is going to tell you what happened to Bear Force One because you agreed with him and let him bring them into the tomb with him.
Well, Bear Force 1. Ah, yes. Those bears. We need to modify the commands next time. They need to know my handsome voice and follow it. Because they simply left me at the door there. Which
You watched as, rather than being left, they were squished by the giant stone slab falling on them.
yeah, I mean,
Wished.
it was really dark. I shrug. I hadn't intended it, but yes, now that I recall, yes, they were squished. They were all squished.
You monster.
Hey,
To
one,
smithereens.
one made it through.
I was
With
kind
me,
of
I think.
wondering why there was no bare
2 of
bodies
them
left
did.
around.
You sent 2 of them first to be guinea pigs.
And they made it.
And they
That's
did
fair.
make it inside.
And then
Then they committed suicide,
and
basically.
then,
and then I went in with the next 2.
And then you
and-
commanded them to try to break down the stone door.
Oh yeah.
And that
I mean-
went poorly.
Which they did until death.
And then they continued to smash their bodies into the solid stone door until there was no body left to smash.
Oh, yeah, that would do it.
Yeah.
But you saw none of that. Basilio saw all of that.
It was really dark. I think I was like pretty blind when I got in there.
That's correct.
It was like a dark, just like pitch darkness, and then one of the lizard people came, and I impersonated somebody who wanted to kill Varagos, I think. Yeah.
Mhm.
I did
Uh,
some excellent sleuthing and spying. I don't
you-
recall because
you
nobody was
saw-
watching.
You saw the lich being communicated to through a.
Oh yeah. I did see like a hologram of the lich. I guess you guys saw me play that part, but yeah, there was some sort of communication from the lich. And who was his lieutenant? Did I recognize him, or was it just?
You recognize it was Ro.
Oh, it was Ro they were talking to, and then she got away.
No, she got eaten by.
Oh, yeah.
You have her
Where?
ring.
Other
Yeah.
lizard friend.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes way more sense. I'm starting to put it together now. Kind of. But yeah, I saw them doing communications. I can't remember what they talked about, to be honest.
Oh, that was all you, man. They talked about some important shit.
But you were the only one there. And my memory is not very good.
Yeah, I mean, I take responsibility, but it's been like a month.
I feel really bad.
You should go watch that part in the video, Nick. And then we'll
Didn't even know the video got posted.
So I
Oh, there it is.
believe
That
they
was
talked about
13? Were we on
the
14?
lizard people were supposed to join the lich. The lich was big point 1, and it was only through Boragaz killing his previous mentor that secret plan got lost. The second thing was that, what was it? Oof. Yeah, I don't remember. I totally
Yeah,
made
it was
up on
over
the spot.
2
It was a
months ago.
It was a great
it was
little thing there.
the most
Yeah, I
lore
really
we've
care.
gotten in eons.
I know.
And
I
the
know.
lore bard forgot it all.
I feel really bad, guys. I'm sorry. I should remember this.
The last video that's up doesn't have it.
I just got really excited about moving through this swamp that I totally forgot to go back. Think about what had happened instead of what's going to happen.
17, Nick?
Yeah, I just went through it. It didn't even
Oh.
get to the inner part.
Look again?
Oh, 17 is not up.
I'll
It
be
is.
right back.
Wasn't the last one 16? Isn't this one 17?
This one's 18.
Yeah, 17 is not up.
17 is up.
It's not on. It wasn't posted.
I'm looking at it.
Subscription.
David
I
can
mean,
see
it wasn't posted in the channel.
Oh, no, I
Oh.
don't normally post them in the channel.
Oh, fair enough. I mean,
It's alright. That's,
I
you
guess
have to
you
go to my
skipped a few.
YouTube. Yeah.
Just made it.
okay. Well, then I'm not taking any responsibility for that.
That's fair.
Because when they pop up here, I watch them.
Really? Oh.
I assume that's when you've got them finished.
I honestly assume nobody watches them, so I stopped. I didn't want to spam the channels anymore. My bad.
I just assumed you weren't doing them.
I watched
I
the
almost
ones where
always
I'm
skip through them.
not DMing, and I kind of feel bad because I feel like I should be watching the ones that I am DMing to get like refreshed on memory for exactly this.
It's super helpful
Just-
because I can't keep notes at the same pace that I need to. So sometimes I got to go back and check.
Oh, I just hate my voice to an amount where I'm like, I can't deal with this. I don't want to listen to me. Yeah,
My bad.
I can't do it. Ugh,
I like listening to it.
ugh, me. David, why do you sound so awful?
I feel you. Hearing your own voice recorded.
Yeah,
Not fun.
really- and it just so doesn't jive with the voice that is in my head.
Until you get some practice with it, you start like adjusting it.
It's just not me.
Anytime I listen back to like the
But it's
Smash
not me.
clips, and you hear yourself yelling, it's like, what am I doing?
Oh my god,
Sometimes in those we're drunk as fuck too.
yeah, I still can't go rewatch the ones where I'm really drunk. Like especially when I'm DMing and I'm really drunk. Like it's oh my god. But I've had to because I've completely forgotten. I blacked out and kept DMing. So I'm like, oh
God.
shit, what did they learn?
Troy, you've
They
gone
learned
deep.
the whole master plan.
Yeah, it was a rough month. Okay.
Oh goodness. I still can't believe that it took us the first 2 hours of this.
I'm not at all surprised.
Leaving a 0 threat area.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised either.
So you're ready to run again, like immediately? We've gotten nowhere.
We haven't done anything yet.
I mean, we still got a good 45 minutes,
Yeah.
so let's
push some plot.
get on the road.
Let's
yeah.
fucking get through some of these squares here. Yeah. Keep going. We're going east.
Woo.
Okay, so do we want to go straight east or do we want to go northeast?
Doesn't really matter.
I want to say we go northeast.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
the
as we go-
swampland.
As we go northeast, we see to our north is swamp so deep that we would not be able to walk through it. So we'd either need to swim an amount that terrifies everyone who is not Voragaz,
Hey.
or somehow commission a boat.
Well, east it is. The
Yeah,
I don't
kinda.
imagine our fucking tin can people will be able to deal with that anyways. They're probably already just loving this journey. Like, what are the knights doing with this whole swamp deal?
They are very upset as they march through the swamp. You notice that they are staying on an extremely thin path of high ground of what appears to have been the banks of an aquifer and old road. So they're very much sticking to the most obvious path possible,
Well, that makes sense.
but also the easiest path possible.
They are limited. They are only soft skins, after all.
And as you go through the marsh, you do notice that there's a very easy path through the marsh. Do you choose to take the easy path as you walk to your next position?
Well, like, as a group?
Yes, as a group. You can either choose to take the easy path that the tin cans are taking, or you could take the harder path that is less windy.
Oh, well, like,
That way.
We
I
take the
don't-
harder path.
yeah. I was gonna say that. I don't really feel beholden to, like, stay within, like, 6 feet of the group. I'm probably just at home out here. I'm just scouting as wide as I need to.
Okay. So everyone other than Voragaz, the wide path becomes more difficult as you continue traversing deeper into the swamp.
Excellent.
Uh,
That's what we like to hear.
Yep.
so the narrow path, although windy, remains somewhat easy.
Easier than in the swamp.
Yes. For the next tile that we'd like to walk, does anyone other than Borgaz want to take the hard path?
I thought we were on the hard path.
You are on the hard path. The easy path is always a very quick walk away.
Oh, I see.
And your tin cans have been continuing to take it.
I mean, does it seem like there's any real disadvantage to taking it?
The only disadvantage is that you're a little bit higher, so you're not waist deep in swamp.
That's a disadvantage?
Waist deep on who?
Oh, that's a good point. You cannot take the hard path.
I was gonna say I'm gonna be on the other path. I'm too short for the swamp.
But no disadvantage.
I mean, yeah, I think my horse and I will take the easy path.
Okay.
Who knows what lurks in the swampy waters underneath?
So as you
Just
take
four
the easy
guys.
path walking through, you see frogs, you see snakes slithering around. Seems like just a boring swamp. Nothing really interesting has happened.
Good. Good. Let's keep moving then.
Yeah, that's how we like it.
Okay, so do we want to move to the next tile?
Can we move north at all? Or is that still deep swamp?
This color is deep swamps. This whole color is.
Oh, that like light green. I thought that was like grassland. Not grassland.
It
land.
totally was. I used the same color twice. David, that's bad.
Oh god, is this swamp or grassland? Oh yeah.
It's like tall grass that is just swamp underneath. You just can't see it all.
Makes sense. Oh god. As we stepped into it, it got wider.
I'm working on it.
It's like it knows.
It's beginning to glow in the dark.
I don't know. That looks like gross swamp water, right?
It does.
Yeah. Very D&D teal. Just nailing it.
Okay, sorry. So it's gross swamp water outside of the one path into the mountains. It is currently. We had our long rest. We woke up at the break of dawn. 1, 2. We took the hard path once. So it is currently 1 p.m. Do we want to continue walking?
Sure.
I mean,
I believe so.
yeah.
Keep it up.
So as we walk into our next tile, we notice that the fog begins to get a little bit thicker as the day plods on. Not very thick fog yet, but certainly not easy to traverse through.
Well, I mean, we don't really have much of a choice, so
Yeah.
I don't know about the rest of you, but it's easy for me.
March on.
So do we march on, continuing along the easy path through the swampland?
That sounds
Yes.
right.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah, easy path, right? Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay. So as we continue marching through our winding easy path, now let me make sure we have Fog of War on because that thing matters.
Oh no. What would that matter?
You sure we can't just carry on to the tower?
I mean, as you continue on towards.
Let's walk around this battle map. How about that, Mr. DM?
The whole thing.
Go ahead.
I think we should go back to Bremen.
So as you continue moving on through the old road, you notice a few snakes just hanging out in front of the bridge, blocking your path.
Oh, amazing. I'm hungry.
Hey, where's my horse?
He is somewhere. He wasn't near you in the hamlet at the beginning of this time, so you didn't copy him. But it's that mistake.
You've been walking all day. How did you not notice?
How
Can I-
big are those snakes?
Can I roll in nature to see if they're
Large,
real snakes or undead snakes?
of course.
Excellent. Because I don't want to eat a rotting snake.
Regular, boring snakes, as far as you can tell.
Excellent. Facilio. Is that your
Oh,
name?
sorry. And you were swimming?
Well, I was just scouting wide.
Okay. Did you want to scout wide north or scout wide south?
Well, we'll say north, sure.
Okay, I'm gonna put you up here, scouting wide.
And then I will, I guess, return to the group when we hit this impasse. As I'm investigating the snakes that have to be closer. And
Okay.
frogs! Damn!
Mm-hmm.
Ribbit.
So, yes, Vasilio.
Hmm.
Loud one.
Yes, my
This-
lizard friend.
This time, I will ask you, would you like to partake in this meat?
I kind of like look down at the snake meat, and sure, I could go for something to eat.
Excellent.
Looking at the writhing snakes.
It is my duty as the hunter to provide for the tribe's young. So,
Have I ever told you about the high elven delicacy that comes with snake scales? It is quite a treat. Do you know what type of snake those are? Because it would have to be cooked, and I go off on like a story about how you cook the snake.
I'm kind of just like, I'm just going to eat it.
Yes. We shall as well, but in the most delectable way. And then I kind of trail off. Do go on then.
All right, so totally gonna attack the snake, and they're huge, right?
Huge.
Okay,
Giant.
so yeah, let's see if I can teach these.
Oh,
guys a
is
thing or
this
two.
like
Let's
the
all fight these
anacondas from the
snakes.
movie Anaconda?
Not quite. Actually, they're medium beasts. Let me just they're the size of one tile. Totally misread that. I read giant, and I thought they were giant. But they're-
Oh, yeah. Okay,
for
this is
snakes,
regular
they're quite
ass
large.
snakes. All right,
We
well,
could,
yeah,
we
let's
could make
take them
them
out.
giant. That would be
I'm
cool.
not even worried about this.
You know what? They are giant. Let's just up their HP by a little bit.
Oh shit! Look what
Yeah.
you've done. Well, more
They're
meat.
like growing as Vorgas gets closer.
I could have swore they were smaller. Huh. As you
kinda
move up.
In my mind, when I read giant snake, I really this is what I imagined. So
And I know nothing about these creatures. Go on.
Otherwise, they'd be tiny. Yeah. Okay, whatever. Oh, well, that's more meat. Delicious. Let's I don't know. Does anybody else want to take part in this hunt?
Vargas.
Ren is
Is
not
that
one for
fear I
snakes.
sent to you, my friend?
I do
would
not
happily
know
help
how
you.
to describe that emotion. Emotion, like
I
what,
tease.
what is
I
fear?
tease. Do you need assistance? Because I am a good shot with my bow. I still my violin. I always just kind of walk with it out.
The
And,
violin out or the bow?
the violin. I shall draw my bow. I
Well-
am quite a good shot.
If you want to be
As Alfonso
a
can
hunter,
attest. I like look
then
back
you
at
will
him.
have to carry your weight.
Oh, I can. I told you about the time once that I carried 3 unconscious bodies.
Ah, to feed your tribe, no doubt.
I kind of stammer at that.
Sound like a brilliant provider.
I believe we are from different cultures, Vargas. Like the first time I'm like noticing this. But indeed, I shall help. I draw my bow. I put an arrow in.
Should we initiative or we're gonna do?
Well, we should be able to approach them and start
Why
this.
did you just crash?
He exploded.
That's okay. It's easy to fix. It's just coming back on. But yes, let's all roll initiative.
Hoo ha! My God, everything we fought, like this has got to be like the first wildlife that we've seen.
Whoa, the second wildlife that you fought.
Yeah, the bears.
Almost killed.
Both.
No, sorry, I mean in these like rotting lands. Yeah, no, fuck that bear.
Right. Initiative. I was like, I need to click on something, but I don't remember what.
Click on your character.
Oh, I'm super fast. Yeah, that's
Not as super fast as me though.
that's bad.
That's my second natural 20 for initiative.
Jeez, just chomping at the bit.
That's all right.
Okay, let's see. Who am I missing on this?
Just another day of initiative for myself. High 20s. Yeah. Oh, stretched out.
Must be nice.
Tis, my friend. I dodge all and I start fast.
Try having a -1 modifier.
I never. I have a -2 or bust.
When you suck hard.
Yeah.
Well,
7 intelligence.
that frog looks pretty tasty.
Yes.
Actually, Vasily has 6 strength and 7 intelligence. But 18 dex.
Okay.
Wait, are those tiny frogs enemies as well?
They're tiny frogs. I don't know if you think they're enemies or not. That's not really for me to say.
A snack.
I do think they're enemies.
What about that frog?
A pleasant snack.
Yeah. That big frog's an enemy, so those tiny frogs must also be enemies.
Well, I assume if they're wildlife, they're just gonna chill and wait for us to attack them.
You would assume that.
He has a +4.
They probably won't interact
You
with any sort
assume
of
wrong.
tactics.
Obviously, but I think the assumption is just.
So the first poisonous snake sees you coming, sees you all getting ready for battle, and then moves with surprising speed and rushes.
It's never surprisingly slow.
And rushes at Voragaz. Which type of snake are you again? The gray son of snakes. And attempts to bite down with his fangs for a critical hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
Please make a Constitution saving throw.
Huh.
Wow.
Good start. Good start.
Strong start.
Really strong start.
Does this get doubled?
If it's a die, then yes. If not, then no. Because it's damage dice on an attack.
Yeah,
It's
poison die on a weapon attack would normally get doubled with a crit. Yeah,
Okay.
thinking like
Really
rogue
fair.
shit. Yeah, all that.
Jeez, this.
Yeah, all right. These are painful.
Vargas, do you still have it handled?
Nice.
You failed the con save, and he crit.
That's pretty
That's a
brutal.
snake like bites into
Whoa.
you. What's
Whoa.
the speed?
Whoa.
I'm actually shocked that happened.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Ah, wow.
I'm not.
There are no words.
To be completely honest, that is par for the course.
Ooh, Alfonso, you're up. You just watched Vorgas take a mighty toxin and reel backwards,
right.
dropping to one knee.
It's just like a fucking
my
Looney
whelp
Tunes
moves
cloud
at
now.
the same time as I do, right?
Yes.
Okay, so just for him, he's going to fly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 40. And then can he see some more?
He can see some more. So all he sees is a bunch of swamp water and a tiny island with a single tree.
Cool. And then he'll use his bonus action to dash over here.
And you know what? This tiny island should have a frog. Everything should have frogs.
Ribbit.
It's a swamp.
Now you know how I feel when I make a map. Put all the
frogs.
animals on there. Yeah.
Right.
And
Oh, is there a big evil version of it? Put little ones in.
I think he can see in the 40 feet seems about right to see in through heavy mist.
Okay.
No. That's what she said.
And then I shall. I don't really want anything to do with that snake in particular, so I'm just going to move all the way back here.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will cast. Melf's Minute Meteors to summon 6 meteors around me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will do nothing with them for this turn.
Nice.
Okay, I like your choices. Ren, what would you like to do?
Bear Force 1.
No, I think this is Bear Force 2.
Section B. Bear Force 1, Section B. B2. Part B.
Okay, what would you
Or
like
what?
Air Force 2 to do?
I would like the 2 on the top to attack the brown snake. The 2 a little lower here to attack the green snake. Attack them. Kill the snakes.
Oh, roll initiative for them as their clue. Bear.
Bear.
Initiative for bears. Okay.
I seriously can't get over how much damage that fucking bite did to you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm also
that's
Yeah, that was
absurd.
something.
Actually, I take it back. I'd like to send all 4 up here.
verbal commands.
Verbal commands. Kill the brown snake.
Okay. So
Just fuck up Vorgaz because he looks
right
kind of
after
brown too.
Vorgaz. Okay, and you've told them fuck up the brown snake.
Kill the brown snake.
That's not what I heard.
Okay.
That's not what they heard.
He said kill.
Okay, he said kill. Fine.
It came out multiple different ways.
Okay. So I think that is, unless you'd like to move, I think that is your turn.
No, I'd like to stay behind the elk and Facilio. Seems safe.
It is safe. Good call.
Vasilia, what would you like to do, seeing as how safe you are?
Well. Vargas, are you all right? I'm like startled at the snake like overtaking him. Go, oh, wow. Thought we were just casually hunting snakes.
I will be fine.
That is good.
See, like,
Turning.
excitement in my eyes.
Do these things constrict on bites?
It didn't
That
constrict
one
me.
did not.
What's that?
That
doesn't?
specific
Oh.
snake did not. I don't
Okay.
know if they do as a collective. Who knows, man?
Got
You
it.
never know with snakes.
I just was wondering if. Yeah.
I'm not currently
that at all.
restricted.
Okay. So these ones, they look angry, eh?
The frog? No, he just looks like a frog.
But what about this snake and this snake? They look like they're gonna come and dive in like this one.
Yeah, they
That
look
frog
hungry.
is gonna be pissed in a second when the doctor gets Nigel to stomp on him or something.
Yeah, that's true.
That's definitely
Turn
gonna
into a
happen.
rage monster.
I'm going to cast Bear's Endurance on myself.
Darn.
Mm,
The
Could have
bears
helped out Bear
behind you
Force 1.
give you a nice little.
huh? I don't
You know.
understand. No,
Bear-
what is that? Oh, okay.
The bears are cheering you on.
Bears are cheering you.
Got it. And then my muscles buff up 7. Ugh. I gain 7 temporary HP and advantage on con checks. Is it just? It's a concentration. Okay. Oh shit. Oh. Can I cast a different spell? Or am I locked into this one?
Locked in.
Yeah, you
All
know
right. I didn't realize it was a concentration. That sucks. Okay.
that does sucks.
Okay. Well,
Sorry.
done. All good.
You could drop concentration though.
Yeah, it's pointless. I'll just drop it next turn and have wasted my turn.
You have 7
All right.
HP
Save
though.
change.
Maybe it'll be.
Yeah, that I'll drop next turn.
I mean,
All right. We'll see if it'll save me this turn.
uh-huh.
Go ahead.
I don't want to say that it won't. Did you want to move?
I'll move over here, I guess.
Okay.
Absolute front here. Maybe Nigel will get hit.
Oof. That's cruel. Or guess what would you like to do?
All right. I'm going to twirl around to make some distance with my tail, and then I'm going to stab out with Scale Splitter on this guy. That was rolling in all caps.
Oh, good.
Gonna be good.
You should be excited.
Sure, it's gonna make it do a much better than it would have otherwise. Bam!
You easily connect.
And I believe
splitting
this.
right through his scales.
Yes. Take this. You fuck. Four guys wouldn't say that. I don't think he knows what a fuck is. But that's the additional weapon die.
Mm-hmm.
And then that gives me advantage on my next attack.
Mm-hmm.
Which I will then 18.
Mm-hmm. You connect once again.
So that's 21 damage total. How is it looking?
It is looking very split, but not quite dead.
We lost Nick.
Then
It's
I'm
back.
going to I have advantage on my next attack again. So I'm gonna preempt this whole situation. Like it's really close to death. That's the impression I'm getting.
That is the impression you're getting.
Alright, I'm gonna Hungry Jaws this thing. So I just stab down into it twice, and as it reels back, I'm gonna take a bite out of its neck and try to decapitate it with a bite. And that's the advantage. Oh, a crit!
A crit.
Motherfucker! For another 10 damage.
Okay.
So just throw it around, just like ba-bam, ba-bam, and just chop its neck in half.
Lucky with the
Orgasm's
crit,
pissed.
because you do in fact manage to pick it up with your jaws and eat the entire snake. You enjoy the flavor of its poison as it coats your throat.
Beautiful. It's
When
just
it's not in your bloodstream, this poison is delicious.
it's just spices.
Yeah, it tastes like turmeric.
It tastes like it heals me for 3 health. I wish Hungry Jaws is better, but it's not. I get one a day, and it heals me for gone. It is so shit.
It's so bad. Oh my
It's
god.
so fucking bad.
I didn't realize it was that bad.
Yeah, this is a racial thing. But like, fuck. Alright, so like, Basileo's like, are you alright? I'm like, yeah! And then I just gobble it up and eat him.
But that was awesome.
Oh, that was really awesome.
Uh,
Oh, fuck yeah.
so Bear Force 1 is going to rush over, and even though you have taken a giant bite out of this snake's head, Bear Force 1 are going to eat the remainder of its corpse.
Well, that was
Just
food for the
mad.
tribe. It's already dead, Bear Force 1.
I'm sorry. I didn't think you'd kill it that fast.
Ah,
I
Damn.
thought there was gonna be more time.
I should have
for Bear
slurped
Force
the whole
1.
thing up like a spaghetti.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's now not a lot of snake left. It's just spilled everywhere.
I turned back to Ren disapprovingly.
I just kind of shrug it off with a little gnome grunt. Little meh.
I thought it was like 2 per each.
No, I switched it to go.
You switched it
towards
to
that
all
one.
bear? Oh man,
I wasn't sure how strong these would be.
that's funny.
The zombies seem to take more damage.
Yeah, they did.
Okay.
Oh man.
So coming out of the water
Hey, hey.
is another poisonous snake.
Oh, I don't think I'm in the turn order.
Oh.
You're
Okay.
there with your Nigel.
Oh, there you are. Let me
Where?
fix that.
What's
It's a 7. Let me
Oh, okay.
draw them in. Instead of Nigel.
Mr. Doctor.
Just confused. I'm like, I feel like I should have a turn eventually.
So this snake is going to try to bite at Alfonso.
Bear Force 2.
23.
Fuck.
Okay. So it connects with your ankle. Can I get your con save for the?
Fuck.
Fuck.
Mhm.
Oh wait, this one wasn't a crit at least.
At least there's that. I don't think he has 45 health like I do.
No, I don't think he does. But
45
14.
health?
No, oh, 43, sorry. Yeah, I have a lot of health.
Damn.
Constitution is like my highest stat.
Oh, you still failed a con save.
I know, it was really weird.
This snake. Oh no, this snake is a faster snake. This snake can only really reach. Yeah. So as it rushes forwards, it attempts to. Wait, can you guys still hear me?
Yep.
Oh, okay. As it reaches Basilio, it attempts to wrap itself around him and constrict him. Failing comically.
What a joke. A joke of a creature.
Ties itself into a knot.
Mm-hmm.
Robin Hood
Ties
snake.
itself into a knot. Has disadvantage on its next constrict attack.
Haha. No one can bind up Vasilio. Not even a creature that knows only that. Huh? Huh?
Especially
look
not this
around.
creature who knows only that. Dr. Ottoman, what would you like to do?
Probably going to tell Nigel to charge this snake on the right. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Quite the maneuver.
But if you want me to charge, I'm going to have at least like a tiny bit of distance. Do you just want me to like walk up gently and and hit him with my oops a wee bit.
No, I want you to back up and charge at him. Full speed.
Oh, for Christ's sakes, okay. If we're going to do this, we might as well do this right. So I'm just going to go, how far do I think I am? I'm just going to go the full way back. Turn all the way back.
Go, Nigel. You show him.
And no complaints, please.
We'll take about 30% less attitude as well.
All right.
Oh, sorry, it's called Ram.
So, no. Charge is the running. If the charge includes the if he does a ram attack.
Ramming speed.
Okay.
It's not that easy to hit a tiny snake when you're ramming them. I feel like I would have had a much better chance if I was just using my oops, like I said.
Zelka's just full of sass today. All right. Ottoman's gonna run up to the snake.
He misses wide.
Right. Well, Ottoman's gonna show this stupid elk how it's done again for the second time today. And he's gonna do it with his Worm Slayer. Momentarily, because I can't find where it is. There it is. Prepare yourself, Worm. Ba-bam, ba-bam.
It kind of qualifies as a worm. It's a big one.
Call him a worm as like a pejorative. Bring down his confidence.
You connect with both
Nice.
attacks.
Nice. That's a 1, and that's a 2. It's actually a decent amount of damage.
It is a decent amount of damage. You chop off a good chunk of his tail, but as he's slithering, there's still more snake left.
As
The
he's
owl tail.
slithering.
He's just slithering around.
Just slithering. Alright, I think that's the end of my turn.
The snake that Vorga saw in the water as he was scouting out up top makes its way down towards Bear Force 1, picks a bear target, which looks like a delicious meal, and attempts to constrict it.
That's the
Easily.
wrong move.
Constricting.
Oh.
And where's the bear stat block?
Pretty sure that bear is not feeling good.
No, it's fine. Don't even worry about it.
Wait, what?
I can't even eat the bear to recover the protein we've wasted.
You can't get 4 bears. You can get 2 bears. These different bears.
No, it's different size of bear.
Black
So
bear
the
versus brown bear versus polar bear versus
Yeah.
giant bear versus
So
Okay.
so many bears.
the black bears are like smaller.
Yeah, David, keep up.
Which bear is which? Fucking apparently hungry bear.
Okay, which one has a CR of half? You do, and your HP, you are dead.
Oh no, small bear.
No, that's your AC. You are barely alive.
Yay. Bear Force 2.
Oh man, bears are so hard.
Not like
and
elks.
Elks are just easy, man. Elks are so simple. There's only the one elk.
It's not 4 bears.
Alfonso, the snake is still staring you right in the delicious ankle.
Alright, my turn.
Mhm.
Alright, I'm going to absolutely unload on this stupid ass snake. I'm going to cast Scorching Ray at 3rd level at it. Casting all of my rays at it, so that's 4 of them.
Mhm.
3 plus, what's my attack modifier? 8?
You only miss one.
Okay.
Actually, wait, which snake is this? Sorry, two snakes.
The brown one, the one in front of me.
You hit all of them. Nope. You only miss one. I'm sorry.
Okay. And I'll do 2d6 damage. Okay, I'll just re-roll 2 of those. Jesus. Oh, right. No, I don't re-roll them. It'll be just do damage change. Yeah, it's not like great weapon fighting. So ignore the last 2. So he takes 3, 7, 8, and 8 is 16 damage from that.
Okay. About half of the snake
Okay.
is severed off.
And then I will use my bonus action to toss 2 of my hovering meteors at him. So he will need to make a dex save for both of them, and take 2d6 damage for each one. Half damage on a successful save.
16 and 14.
So he makes it on 1.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, you have a lot of intelligence. You're a
yeah,
smart man.
I'm maxed on intelligence.
Holy shit, that's right, eh?
So the first one deals full damage. No, sorry, 16 is the one that gets halved. So from 9, so he takes 5 and 10, 15 damage.
Okay. And those completely shatter his tiny snake body.
Get fucked.
Get back in the fiery water.
Snakehead.
So the snake's as he is hit with this much force, gets pushed back into the water.
That's right. All right, that's my turn.
Very productive turn. Speaking of very productive turns, Ren, what would you like to do?
I am just gonna produce flame at the green snake.
Mhm.
Oh, I forgot my whelp. No.
And then I'll tell these 2 bears to just kind of stand watch up here, just in case anything comes out. Like if anything comes out of the water, or is this a bush? Or
Yeah, it's a big tree.
oh, there's a I forgot about the bridge. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're gonna
it's-
chill here, and if anything comes out that's not a frog, like an enemy, if an enemy comes out, they'll go after them, and then these 2 are just gonna turn around and kill the snake.
Okay.
Kill, not
and
eat.
then I will kill, not eat. Poor guys is hungry. I will just
Wasting.
produce flame.
They
at
did waste
the-
good food.
You have to be very specific with David. It's like trying to make a wish from the devil. He will
At the
construe
green
your
snake
words
here.
exactly the way you don't want them to be.
You
The
missed.
monkey's paw.
I what?
You kill it with your stomach.
You're telling the bear to do this. There's not a lot I can do here. It's a bear. If you tell the bears attack, the bears are going to attack by eating. They're bears.
That's what bears do, you know? Does 8 hit?
No, it does not.
Oh, sad time.
Uh,
Okay. That I will continue to chill where I am.
Okay.
Seems to be a good spot so far.
so Basilio,
Safe.
it looks
Okay.
like this constrictor snake managed to both miss you and also tie itself in a knot in front of you.
Seems like Lady Luck has smiled upon me again. I look around to my allies. We're handling this with ease, right, boys? Huh? Everyone's the two on my left and right are wounded, fucked up.
This is fine.
Good, good. You there, snake, tied in a knot. Surrender. I am the great Basilio. I will spin in a pirouette, dropping my bow and drawing my blades all in one motion. And then slash. Boom.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
Continuing the spin. I come at it uppercut wise. Slash.
you hit it twice.
Bam. Bam.
8 plus 11.
Yeah. That's right.
So, although you easily connect with him, slashing and slashing, you notice that the chunks of snake that you take off weren't quite the head, and there's still a fair amount of naughty snake left.
Ha. Indeed. I
Naughty
shall have to
snake.
fillet more. I stay on guard, holding my blade to the snake's face. And then I will look over at Ottoman and Nigel and Vergos and stand my ground.
Okay.
My turn.
Vergas, there's a snake to your south and a snake to your north, and
On
your body is coursing with poison.
the good kind, right?
Yes,
Yes. Yes, of course.
the belly
Excellent.
kind.
It's just like drinking alcohol, which I don't think I would do.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna
To
jump
remedy
on
that.
top of this bear and just like stab down at the snake with scale splitter.
You connect.
Smoking 'em. Oh, that should have been a +7. Oh well. Take this.
Solid.
And then I'll take a step down on the ground next to it. So I fucking did that, and I was like, cha cha. I'm gonna pace around and stab it from a different angle with advantage, and not so good.
You have advantage. Oh,
Not so
I
good.
said plus seven.
I missed. I
That should be
missed.
plus 7.
Isn't that +7?
Yeah. Okay. So it should be 10 and 9. Oops.
Yeah.
Still bad. All right. So having missed that second one, I guess I took a step back, but not taking a step back. I'm gonna bonus action to use a key on patient defense. So I take the dodge action,
Okay.
and then I'm done. Just like ready to like bat this snake away if it tries to get at me.
So this bear that was clearly told to walk over here is going to completely ignore the snake that is in its face, that had just tried to, that had constricted it.
I didn't know a snake came out of the water there. My map was a little too low.
It was told to walk, but it is
Away from the
restrained.
snake.
What would you?
Is it constricted?
It is.
Oh, so it's trying to just walk away.
It's trying to carry the snake with it, but it is too heavy, so it stays exactly where it was, doing nothing.
Good. Yes. I thought that was the brown snake that was doing that.
It's lucky that it was restrained. This guy was where? Was here? Yeah, it was here.
Yeah.
Provoking opportunity attack. And these two bears will turn around and attempt to bite.
Bear Force 1.
Bear Force
doing
1.
something.
Okay, but these bears are not those bears.
No, different
They're the
bears.
Other bear stab block.
Yes. Smaller bears.
Bear. I think these are black bears instead of brown bears.
Yes. Yes.
Black bears, of course. Of
Black
course.
bears. Yeah. Hard to distinguish sometimes.
Unless you're Dwight.
You
Fact.
know all the bears.
Bear. Beats.
Battlestar Galactica. Got your back.
Bearstar Galactica?
What is happening?
Identity theft is not a joke, Jim.
Okay, bears. You two bears are going to bite. One with its bite and one with its claws. Bite. Bite. Claw.
Nom.
Okay. So we have 1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hit, 7, 9, 8, 24.
I got the dog.
Hey!
I'll be right back.
Nice.
Wow, you have exactly 24 health, Mr. Snake. The bears rip the snake into tiny little snake shreds,
Makes sense.
mauling it to death.
Nice. Bear Force 1. Coming in clutch.
This bear, who is the bear that was able to connect with this bite, is just happily chomping down on Snake.
Good.
The snake is dead, and that snake is dead. So, Dr. Ottoman, you're up.
My time.
Give him the Worm Slayer.
Just stomp on the snake.
Depends how far away it is, actually. Don't know if my fat elf legs can take me all the way over there.
So it is on top of this bear. Let me just there you go. It is constricting the bear.
Alright. Ottoman's gonna go first this time, I guess. Or does the elk have to go first?
Ottoman could go first. I'm fine with being flexible.
Okay. So Ottoman approaches and takes at his worm slayer.
Sounds dirty.
Yeah.
Go on.
Let's hear. How do you slay these
And it's
worms?
so big that the worm slayer just runs away.
Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
The Worm Slayer runs away? It's so big? Like it's so big it
The
has
worm,
legs?
I mean.
Takes off? Go on.
It's so big it's sentient.
I'm interested now. Go on.
Alright, I just whip it out and whack him 2 times with it.
We're still talking
Holy
about
fuck, that guy's
penises.
dead.
Actually, I'm gonna try to use the axe. Whoops, that was an accidental roll. I'm gonna try to use the axe to like carve out a little section so that the bear is not being constricted.
Nice.
Is that like a regular attack?
Yeah, regular attack.
Okay.
Okay, on a critical failure, I would have had you murder the bear.
Fair enough.
On regular 13s, I'll see your damage. They both hit.
Perfect.
So, there's still a lot of snake left, but the snake will have disadvantage on its next constrict
Cool.
because
Go
it's been
Bears.
so carved.
It sounds like you're cheering for a team.
Go
We're going to see the Bears. Go Bears.
Okay, so
Go
that,
Bears, eh?
Yeah.
the snake bites into the bear that is currently constricting. Oh, and
I still have Nigel to go.
oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Go, Nigel, go.
He's gonna run over here and then run over here, but head first.
Oh,
Charge.
excuse me. Are you suggesting that I run on water?
Water. Then yes.
Do I look like Elk Jesus to you?
Full speed ahead, Nigel.
Don't ask questions.
Carry out the orders as written.
So Nigel is going to attempt to ram with disadvantage. It still manages to connect. Good on
Yes.
you.
You just had to trust.
I think I've gotten more random on these snakes. I ate him, sir. I ate him all.
Excellent work, Nigel.
The snake is then going to lean over into the bear that is constricting, grab at its neck, bite into it, attempt to swallow, and then watch as the bear disappears into the ethereal realm.
Oh, jeez.
Hi, bear.
Yep.
Bear.
The ethereal rum.
Ethereal realm, like it just
Oh, realm. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just poofs.
Because it's a summoned creature, it is poof.
Good thing that bear wasn't around for that long, so we didn't get attached to it.
He was doomed from the start.
Yeah.
Bear Force 2. I didn't even like him.
Not as good as Bear Force 1.
Heck no.
Real tragedy. What happened?
Yep. Hashtag never forget. All right, my turn is done.
All right.
Snake's turn is done.
So in that case,
Next after that is
me. I will attempt to firebolt the remaining snake.
Cut.
So 11 damage.
It is not quite dead.
Okay, I'll use my bonus action to throw one meteor at it. So dex save DC 16 and takes 2d6 damage.
Okay, dex save. Uh, 15.
Does not do it, so it takes 10 damage.
Okay, so it is a dead snake.
Nice.
Okay.
Then for my whelp, he will fly for 8 over here.
Okay, let's look at this third. I want to click on
Hey,
the
hey,
see if
don't you dare get up on the counter, you bum.
a 30 feet aura. So that it makes it easy. Reveal more areas.
Okay, and then I'll use his dash action for 6, 7, 8. Take him up here.
Okay. And I think he responds to you telepathically.
That's right. All right, so there's like little purple assholes up here.
So he's going to tell you, sir, I see two of the most beautiful human females I've ever seen. I normally don't have a thing for human females, but these two are distinctly gorgeous.
Oh, man. Shit's going
interesting.
on.
I'll handle that.
Ottoman will help investigate. Pushes through the crowd to the front.
Yep. Idiots ahead first.
That's right.
Well, this is all up to whether you share that information. I think.
I know. This is just making jokes.
Oh, I'll tell him. Apparently, there's some beautiful women up there, Basilio. You want to go check them out?
I turned back to Alfonso.
Just want this to happen.
Damsels? I am a heroic man.
Absolutely. Run ahead. They need your help, I think.
Which way?
Across that bridge. You'll
Hmm.
see them not too far.
I'm like turning, squinting. Very good. I shall lead the charge. Follow up. Vasilio away.
I'll raise one of the snakes and be like, I'll save you one. And I just begin eating the other.
Wait, what? There was a snake that still had pieces left of it?
Well, yeah. They only ate one.
Oh, yeah, that one. They
I'll
ate two.
cast Long Strider on myself.
You're right. They ate this one and they ate this one.
They ate another
And
one?
I
Got
will
pushed
dash.
back into the water.
Didn't we explicitly tell them not to eat that one?
No.
No, you did, but Ren did not.
All right, I will slay the bear and try to eat it.
Bear Force 1.
As you attempt to slay the bear, it puffs into non-existence.
What
And I'll
bear?
angrily gesture to Ren and be like, "You're wasting.
Not wasting nothing.
What is the point of killing the snakes if we cannot eat them?"
Would no like the snake chunks fall out of the bear?
Oh yeah, the stuff that it was
Completely
trying to eat
spoiled.
would just fall out of it.
Would you know what to do with that? Well, that is your portion, small one. I assume it has been tenderized to your liking.
So as you cross the bridge, Basilio,
Mhm.
you see. Before you can see them, you hear a whistle and a wave. Excuse me. Let me put on a girl voice for you.
Oh God.
Hello, sailor.
Madam, it is I, Vasilio. Are you in need? I've come to
Oh.
rescue you. That's like what I'm saying as I
Oh,
arrive here.
Basilio the Great.
Ha, indeed. Where are you? Can I see them from here?
You can hear them, so if you get a little bit closer, you'll be able to see them.
And
Okay.
its trusted friend.
There's a
Ottoman.
thick fog, so you can only see 30 feet in front of
Oh,
you.
yes.
It's thick fog.
And his trusted friend Ottoman.
Oh, I've not heard of this Ottoman, but you seem very nice.
We are. We are the nicest. I like look at Ottoman and smile. I'm like, yeah.
Himself off and like tries to arrange his shoulders so that it doesn't look like it's destroyed.
I'm just looking around for them. I'm done my turn. I cast Longstrider and ran this far. I don't know if anybody else wants to make a move.
You
Otherwise, I'll
fucking
keep running.
bums.
So we did end combat, so we're in free move.
You dumb fucks. Sorry, not you guys. The cats.
I mean, it applies probably to us as well. I'm coming, ladies.
Just note I do have these meteors around me for my whole 10-minute duration, so if we somehow end up in combat in the next 10 minutes, I will have them.
You still have 2 left, or no? 3
3.
All right, so I'm gonna run over here. Can I see them?
You can.
I follow them. Or follow Basilio to them.
They are. They look very similar, as if they might be sisters or triplets. You're not sure, but their beauty is unparalleled compared to any that you have seen in the 10 towns.
Oh, my goodness! I take a quick glance at this creature. Does it look evil? I don't care. I move forward.
Likewise.
Did you want to join us for dinner?
Indeed, we have come to rescue you, damsels. I like run over and like fall to one knee and sweep my swords out before me. I am the great Vasilio, and this is my company. We have come to save you from the wilds that plague this land. I like stand up and like do like a heroic pose.
Oh. We
Ottoman
love
awkwardly
company.
mimics him. Oh God! Wait.
What the fuck?
They're definitely demons. How'd they
It's a
survive
trap.
the snakes?
Ah, they're hags.
It's a
God.
trap.
Green hag.
like I didn't see this coming. But Vasilio did not. He is quite shocked. Ladies, where have you gone? Who?
You guys
Are these?
can't see all of the traits and the actions, can you?
Yeah, we can.
Oh, we sure can.
Yeah, I'm reading them all. Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm
I'm
gonna
not
close that.
taking it in. Yeah.
Copy and paste. Copy and paste.
I was looking at it, I'm like, I don't think I should see this. I didn't
should,
read past
uh,
amphibious.
This
Drag
this was
that
the
out into the
default,
GM notes.
Yeah, I just did. This was the default way that clicking into.
But they've revealed themselves as not beautiful ladies.
No, they still look like beautiful ladies. Actually, that's very interesting.
Okay.
Oh,
'Cause they-
Disregard.
Wait, why are they talking like demons then?
It's a good
Because they
point.
have penises.
No.
Did
Oh no!
was that you who did the voice, or was that one of you guys?
Reverse.
I think it was Sean.
No, I didn't do the voice.
It must have been Clayton.
Oh, okay.
Voices.
You did the like
That
the
was their
I'm a demon.
voice.
Like did the deep voice while we were talking about them?
That
Oh,
was
okay,
Ashton.
Thought that was a pretty good.
It
evil
wasn't me,
voice.
no.
Okay, it was the DM. Okay, good. It's official. Okay.
They're trying to throw us off.
I am mildly taken aback, but I kind of just stammer and look around. And
We know that they're evil by this point because
Do
of their
we?
voices. They wouldn't go from talking like this to talking like this.
No, you just like you walked up to them, and they think that you look like delicious food.
All right,
We should
I'm
be afraid.
confused. What do I see right now? What's my character seeing? Is it still
You
the
continue
fantasy
to
of?
see 3 beautiful triplets.
Okay, that's fine. I just gotta make sure I know where I am.
But they
What
have
else is
evil
happening?
voices. So I think
Do
that
they?
gives it away.
I think that was just a hiccup, my friend.
I don't know. Ask them another question. Quick. I don't know what to say to beautiful women like this.
My ladies, what brings you to these woods?
I didn't think you were gonna walk up right beside them.
Have you met Basilio?
Alfonso didn't tell me it was not safe. He told me there was beautiful women up ahead that needed us.
And I wrote in my notes, the hags are hungry,
That's fine. They can be as hungry as they'd like. I'm here to save these women.
other than eat you.
But how did they respond to our question?
Yeah.
Are they also thirsty?
What was your question?
How did you get here? And I said it all dashing. I'm not doing it again.
Yes, sir? No, they did not.
Oh.
They just invited you over for dinner, and then you dashed in, and they
Yeah.
you were delicious dinner.
So that's what they've said to us?
Yes.
My ladies, I'm confused. You obviously need our assistance, but not in that capacity. I think looked at Ottoman. Is something happening here?
I shrug and start to undo my pants.
Ottoman, gentlemen, gosh. I apologize on his behalf. He is not usually like this.
He zips him back up all flustered.
Still have my swords in my hand, though. I'm just like conducting with them, basically.
Sorry, I'm a man of God. I don't know how to react around women.
Well, that's a good start, but use your words as well, my friend. I turn back to the ladies. Do tell us how you've gotten here. Do they respond at all, or is this just getting like they just? What's happening? What am I seeing?
They're just eyeing us down.
Yeah.
So, there have been there have been so many fewer to eat since the undead came.
My
It's
lady,
nice
your
to have a
voice.
treat.
These sound like lizard folk.
Okay, look, it's really hard to do the evil demon
Nice
voice,
people.
okay?
My lady, your voice, it is
Orgaz is now
definitely
super
deeper
into
than it was. Are you okay?
You'll
That's-
find that our stomachs are deeper as well.
What are you? Oh my goodness.
Oh god. Ottoman grabs Basilio's arm and says, "Maybe we should reconsider."
Yes, that
Let's
seems
get
wise.
let's get your initiatives as they get their surprise round against you.
Ah, jeez.
Do we all roll initiative or just?
I don't know. We're pretty
yes.
far away.
Still roll initiative. You can't see what's happening, but you might be able to hear.
Yeah, like we're like 100 feet away. Like maybe we'll notice after a couple turns. I don't know. We'll roll initiative.
100 feet's not that far.
Oh, you guys suck.
100 feet is still within, like, you can
We're
hear
startled,
what we
my
can
friend.
say.
It's within.
I was not in combat mode. I was in wooing
I have a
mode.
good concept of distance.
100
So
feet.
I
is like-
really
probably
wanted
still
the
hear what we're
wooing to
saying.
go on longer. I just really didn't think you were gonna walk beside them because their illusions are not that good.
How attractive are they?
From a distance, very.
10s across the board, my friend.
Here we are.
Yes, I know. Alfonso's a smart one. He told us to go.
You knew what was that?
1, 2, 3, 4. Where's Dr. Ottoman? There you are.
My trusty steed. I left him behind.
My best friend told me. I trust him absolutely.
Okay. So the first hag by the fire is going to move her hands around and cast Hold Person on Basilio.
Oh, come now, madam. There's no
How we
need
like
for this.
So it makes a wisdom saving throw.
But of course. Comes to the ladies. Can't fail.
This would be what does you in.
Fuck.
So you are
I gotta use luck to reroll that.
okay.
Come on, big money. Lady Tybora. That's the one for me. No, thank you, madam. Clutch my lucky gem in my pocket. Or coin. My lucky coin. Lucky gem, that doesn't sound right. I'm not that rich. In fact, I'm super poor.
Hags are weird.
I'm definitely not getting cut by a whole person, though. That would fucking kill me. That's insta-crits. I don't actually have a lot of health. I only really survive by running away from the target with mobile. And being lucky beyond belief. Yes. It really is an OP feat. I don't think I'd put it on like a smart character that used it like tactically.
Pretty nice.
Be too strong.
Wait, they have what now?
Hmm? You tell us, David.
They have level 5 spell slots.
Yeah, why not?
And
Let's see what level 5 spells do.
and are casting lightning bolts because you didn't want to be subdued.
Of course not. Subduing Vasilio? Never happens.
So they're casting 5th level lightning bolt. So 8d6,
6th level.
10d6.
I think it's 10d6, yeah.
What?
Jesus.
If I get hit by it.
So both of you make dex saves.
Oh, fuck
Oh,
yeah.
Ottoman. Oh, Ottoman.
Banana.
Ottoman. Put your goddamn cock away.
Dex save for life. Fuck
He
me.
doesn't know how.
Okay.
I'm gonna luck that one.
Where do you go?
Oh.
Lady Timora, I need you. Oh, thank God.
I think Ottoman might just be straight up dead.
Yeah, I actually think I might have just killed Ottoman.
Yeah, that's
How
a
much
serious
not
fucking
coming out?
attack. Well, he's about to roll it. He's gonna roll 10d6.
Good God.
Not enough to kill Ottoman.
No, it's not a kill outright.
It's not. Oh, fuck, it's close.
If those ones weren't ones.
Yeah.
Fuck, if I had to dodge that, I would be very hurt. But I'm not dead.
I think you still take half damage, don't you?
I do, but I had 37.
Yeah, it's
Health
not
total.
too terrible.
Got 20.
It could have been worse. Fourth one, okay. So what am I? I took 17. Okay. I'm at 20. Oh. I dive out of the way as Ottoman is just blasted away. Or I dive to the ground, I guess.
As
I'll
Ottoman
fucking
is
take
knocked
the shock
around,
as it blasts over me.
the last hag
You guys might as well be Shaggy and Scooby.
What I say, madam, that was uncalled for.
Zoinks.
My friend and I were just here to help.
Oh my god.
You are indeed testing my patience. Do I see them as like beautiful women still, or are they evil?
You'll see them as beautiful. Yes.
Yeah, you're indeed testing my patience. I'm like looking down at like Ottoman, like twitching. Ottoman, are you all right? Kick him.
So this one you no
Oh my
longer
God,
see as beautiful, as you feel her claws.
Just fucking rip India.
Ooh, any lucks left?
What? I use my luck to re-roll her attack.
Oh, how many lucks do you have?
3.
That's it.
That's it.
Yep, I'm out.
Oh my
so it's-
god.
But I dodged that. Whoa. Ha
Okay,
ha!
so
Madam, what has come over you?
So-
This is indeed beyond the pale.
I am completely exhausted. So I think this is the perfect time to leave on a cliffhanger. So just write down quick notes.
Yeah.
So surprise round over.
Get your second characters ready, boys.
Not me. I'm fighting my way out of this.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so surprise round is over. Alfonso has 2 orbs left.
3.
3, thank you. Basilio has Long Strider.
Oh, did I get hit? Yeah, I have to do a con save for my poison. I have,
Your con. thing.
yeah, Bear's Constitution on. What's con? It's just, yeah. I keep it.
And Bear Forces 2 is here. Can't forget that. Only 2 of them, though.
Oops.
Forecast 8, the 3rd.
Oopsie.
Sad times.
Just trying to reclaim the meat.
Yeah, set time.
Sad times.
Holy moly, I did not realize what I was inflicting on you guys.
Mm.
Yeah, that's intense. I didn't know they had 5th level spell slots. Didn't think they were that powerful creature.
You never know what you encounter on the way to a lich.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh boy.
Wait, what level do you have to get to level 5 spell slots of the PC? Like 10?
They have 6th level spell slots. Oh, I didn't give you guys. I didn't use one of those. I used the 5th.
6th level.
Like, you mean 6th level spells, or like,
6th level spell slot. Yes.
Jesus, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
You would have to be an 11th level PC for that.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound very balanced.
So,
No idea.
nice. And we're still
like,
waiting on the
even-
frogs to turn on us. I still gotta eat those
Yeah.
frogs.
That's true. Oh, wow.
This is funny. Yeah, we extra bit of foreshadowing from earlier this session when we were talking about competence overshadowing judgment.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
I don't remember that.
I'm fine. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Oh man, I don't know either.
Yeah, I don't know what you guys are talking about.
I don't know either.
Uh,
I'm eating a snake right now.
Honestly, Vasilio will run blindly into whatever you guys tell him to. So
Yeah.
that, I mean,
No,
at the
it's
end
a
of the day, I'm like,
brilliant
oh,
character
hey, I'm
flaw.
here, but nope, that's just exactly what Alfonso wanted me to die, so he sent me over here. Makes sense.
Yep. Yep.
Are you sure these things can cast lightning bolt?
Uh-huh.
Like, okay, they're green hags, right?
Mhm.
Where does it
Yeah.
say that it has like 5th level spell slots?
Here, check out this.
The only thing I see as far as its spell casting is its innate spell casting, which lets it cast at will Dancing Lights, Minor Illusion, and Vicious Mockery.
Use
But we
the
shouldn't be
link I
looking
put in
those
the
up
teal
though,
there.
as
So you guys
players.
are missing when you
Like
Yeah.
that's,
walk into a hag's coven.
Yeah.
All 3
All
members
three
are
hags-
covered and are within 3
all
members
three
are
hags-
covered and are within 30 feet of each other. Following spells can be shared amongst the slots.
Mm.
That's also meta knowledge.
Yeah. I'm not gonna use any of this. I was interested too. I'm like, well, I've never even
Fucking
seen
strong.
a creature with that low a CR with that high a spell slot. Because even like drow mages only have level 4 or 5 spell slots.
I wonder if
6 is like beyond anything I've heard of. I'm like, wait, what?
a lightning
Except for
bolt's
you put the
probably
coven thing.
freaking Alfonso out. I don't know if Vasilia would know lightning bolt from shock and grasp though.
Probably not.
I know magic. It's certainly stronger than shock and grasp.
Oh, that's right. Cray is gone. She's the one who didn't think you knew magic.
Kreia?
Yeah, Cray didn't think you knew magic.
Oh, yeah, but then I did eventually heal people.
Yeah.
And it was magical.
Whoa! I didn't even read their 6th level spell.
Yeah, next turn, I guess. Let's say it out loud so you guys don't. I'm gonna cast a hypnotic pattern on everything around me and put everyone to sleep. Because these
Nice.
ladies are out of hand.
Oh
You gotta
yeah.
go roofie them.
Yeah, I can do everything within a 30-foot radius of me.
Yeah.
Gets incapacitated if they fail the check, and they just go to sleep.
Yeah, it's a good spell.
Oh yeah. I think that if there was all 5 of you guys, this would not be nearly as difficult.
Yeah, we might
I
be
mean,
alright.
I might die, but I'm fully in character, so I'm fine with all of this. Like, yeah. My guy charged straight in, but I really get blindsided because this is exactly what Vasilia would do.
Oh, absolutely. And I love that Dr. Ottoman absolutely would follow him.
Let's do it.
Yeah, no, this is great.
I get like disappointed with my guy when like things like I'm just make a mistake and things come too quickly and like I haven't set up or had a chance to like play out anything. Things just like jump me and knock me down. It's like, oh. But if you get to choose to go into peril like a fool, no problem.
Yeah, you signed the consent form.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I should have carried this on a little bit longer.
What? Oh, this evening or like?
Yeah, no, they should have invited you deeper into the.
Oh, well, whatever.
Nah,
They don't care. Like they
see-
just think we're like flies basically, and like looking at the stats, that makes perfect sense for their confidence level.
I bet those hags could have gotten them out of their armor.
is someone did say I take off my pants. And I was like,
Yeah, I was gonna say that already happened.
I would never have allowed that.
This.
Gentlemen would never do that.
The hags know that their illusion is
Ted
not,
Ottoman was
it's not
First you win their hearts, then you win their body.
to physical.
It's the way, Ottoman.
And I don't feel that these guys being that close would not touch the hag.
That's true. But
Hmm?
like,
The hags wouldn't feel that because they're used to brutish men that try to grab them, specifically farmers and fishermen.
Facilio is used to women wanting him. It chimes up. Right, Alfonso? Oh shit, Alfonso's not here. He knows though.
he knows. He knows. Oh man, well, good session. This is
Yeah.
dope.
That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Job, man.
I am very excited. I
yeah.
was very excited for this when I saw the green hag. I was like, "Oh, this is cool."
Oh, this is so
And
new though.
it says that you guys can exactly fit in your EXP allocation 3 green hags, and that's exactly the correct number of green hags to make a coven of green hags.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's the 3 eyeless oracles. There we go. That's fucking great.
I'm into it. I'm not scared. They did something to Ottoman. He'll get up.
You're not at 0 health.
Fully into it, fully erect.
Yeah.
Exactly. Just unconscious, standing tall. yeah, good session tonight. Tap out there. I will watch. I found the spot where I learned some lore about the game, so I'll rewatch that and I'll have it more ready next time.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Nice.
I should have.
And I'll peek at your channel more often, Troy,
Listen
to
to
see
me.
what you got there. If you don't want to post them.
Amen. Yeah, I can start posting them again. I guess I just kind of lost heart.
Well,
I didn't
don't,
think they were
'cause
being interacted
I like it.
with. So that's good. I'll post them again.
And I'll force everyone to watch them. Perfect.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I gotta go to bed.
Yep.
Yeah. See you,
Thank
buddy.
you, gentlemen.
Thanks for the
Later.
cheese, boys. I gotta go make dinner.
Oh,
I gotta
man.
eat some pizza. Yeah.
Good,
You guys
11
wanna
o'clock dinner there.
Oops.
play some Halo in a bit? Maybe like 20 minutes.
Maybe. I gotta do the whole food thing.
Yeah.
Sean and Ashton, what day works for you guys next week? Or is there a day that works for us next week?
I don't do anything, so
Yeah.
I'm pretty much free. It's just a matter of trying to remember.
It can be tricky sometimes.
You just get I get caught up in doing other things. Like I'm constantly doing like stuff for Etsy and like just orders and stuff
Mhm.
that I just forget.
That's fair.
So you're around, just working away in your place.
Exactly.
Flexible, sounds like, yes.
Exactly.
I'm in a
Yeah.
similar boat to Ashton, so just work with Troy and
It can be
Sean.
switched
Do you know
around
what
quite
day is a
easily.
good day yet, or not yet?
What?
Do you know what a good day is next week, Sean, or not yet?
Probably going to be working most days next week, but yeah, I don't know. Have to wait and see. Can't really say in advance,
That's fair.
but you can always run it without me.
I don't know, man.
Not without the worm splitter.
We
We
made
need
you
that.
not die so that you could die.
You need
That's
it.
true.
Although I'm sure that you're gonna be pulled right back up.
Of course.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
Put all these ladies to sleep, save my man Ottoman, and figure out what's going on here.
Yeah,
They act so crazy.
Nick's got it under control.
Mm-hmm.
Unless that fails and I have no luck points and they kill me next round.
We just all
But,
die.
yeah, I mean, it's neither here nor there. I don't think that's going to happen. Lady Luck's had my back.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, we'll be fine. Everything will be fine, guys.
But yeah, Vasilio really does look to like his companions to tell him like what they
Hey man,
need.
you probably shouldn't do this. You'll probably die if you run in there.
Yeah, pretty much. That's his big character flaw.
My character flaw is hilarious in contrast with that. Because it's literally I'm not only oblivious to social situations, but also don't expect me to save those who can't save themselves. It's nature's way that the strong thrive and the weak perish. So if you start something, like you gotta finish it. I was like the whole time, like last battle, I was like, well, like he wouldn't pick off more than he could shoot. He knows what he's doing, or he deserves to die.
Yeah, I honestly didn't. Oh, okay, so last time you guys dealt with this, you didn't do it the right way, and it bothered me too.
What do you
Just
mean?
keep fucking up.
Is if we just laid our hands on
Oh yeah, the
disease instead of laid our hands on for health.
yeah. Oh, I tried to give him every hint.
So so did I. I'm just like, okay, I can't do more than this for you.
For disease, or you can cure diseases with it.
Yeah, paladins can
Oh, yeah.
clear diseases very easily.
For disease, but does it cure a worm?
Yes, the worm specifically says if a disease is cured, the worms all disappear.
Ah, cool.
But a dentist wouldn't know that.
But a dentist wouldn't know that.
Nope.
So I don't know what to like. I was like, I don't think I can just tell you this because it's inside of a monster stat block.
I don't know.
That's
I think
funny.
maybe like his divine sense would tell him that he's being diseased if he's able to cure it.
But like, it's weird because like he's immune to diseases, but the worm's not a disease. It just works off the same like count. It's really odd.
It's really weird. Yeah.
But I do have to go get some dinner going, so I'm going to
Yeah.
peace
Yeah,
out.
Night,
man.
guys. I gotta.
Sounds
sleep.
good.
Night, guys.
Yeah.
Peace
Later,
out, man.
boys.
Good night.
Been a pleasure.